Well, well, well. Let's see if everything is working. They can't hear you, Sam. They can only hear me for now. They can only hear me. You are completely free to talk. You can say whatever is on your mind. They can't hear a thing. Hello, guys. You they can't hear you. It's not possible. They cannot hear you. I've muted you in my streaming settings. So you can say whatever. Yeah, you can speak. Like I can also unmute you if you want to. And hello everyone who's just joined. Okay, then I don't unmute you. So they'll just think I'll talk to myself. That's fine. I'm crazy, I guess. Cheese. The giveaways. Yes, of course I will do this for you. They are. They'll all be nice gamers. Nobody will ghost. And yeah, Royal Legendary Q is kinda back to some degree. You're free to start whenever you want. Of course, I like Rise. So, first off, what is happening here? It's a tournament, a lovely community event, and we have two teams facing off. One team has a very funny name. It's called Pho Fun, the Vietnamese food. Pho, if anyone knows. If I'm mispronouncing it, I'm sorry, I apologize. And they're facing off against Hexes. So who are the players on these teams? Some of them are veteran solo queue players, some of them just for fun players that just want to engage into something that is community and just bring back the feeling of esports, which was taken from us over a year ago. So, what will be the goal of this tournament? Have fun, win some skins, and bring back the feeling that we all missed way too much in ranked competitiveness. So what are we seeing here right now? Many bans happening on very good champions. You see the typical Hecarim ban. This champion is absolutely disturbing. Then we have a Camille ban. Camille, infamous for her power on the map. Very good paired up with Galio and Vi, a very big power pick, also taking away the Fiora, making sure that the side lane pressure isn't as severe. Okay, Gragas first pick, a flex pick for jungle, Baron, even mid lane, you can pick this champion literally anywhere, and even on AD Gary if you pick a Senna. So, early rotations, picking powerful champions, making sure they're not being countered by just being counterpicked. Very, very important. For the other teams, again, typical competitive champion picks. Nautilus Leona or Galio, all of these champions are very valuable here in a rotation, making sure that the enemy can't get them to stack CC too much. Royal is here blessing us with not only entertaining comments. I can't. It's too much. Gragusi. True. Ooh, Royal. Since the person wants to be remain muted, I need to tell you hello, Royal. From whom? I cannot disclose, but you most certainly know from whom it comes. The thing with Yone, it depends on how flexible he can be picked in this game, like in his current meta, at what people play. If you see a very tank-heavy meta with a lot of CC, piloting Yone might be a little bit too difficult unless he can be picked in the jungle. And the way Yone gains gold in jungle is relatively slow, because he had so many nerfs thrown into his face. In solo queue, he's an insane pick. For competitive, I do not know at this point. It really depends on how the people play. But what is curious to see right now is the early Ezreal pickup when Varus was available before the enemy team now picked Varus. Varus, since the dawn of, well, WildRift, has been one of the staple picks for the bot lane. Since he's so overpowered, he can just wave clear for free. He has insane hybrid damage, whatever he chooses to be. And he can literally one-tap you if you make any type of mistake. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see some insane fancy Baron lane Varus, which Kinke would also love to see, but I really do not think it's going to happen. Is it a ranked game? No, the stakes are higher. This is the Zoo tournament. You might confuse the Zoo with your solo queue games, but this is another beast. What I'm curious about right now is that there's no Aurelion Soul pickup. Nobody picked Aurelion Soul, nobody secured an early Syndra, she was banned in second rotation, Akali was banned in second rotation. So the question is this more about a targeted ban phase? Or do people not feel the confidence in themselves to pick up any of these champions? A Lucian pickup? Nah. Is this going to be a mid lane Lucian? The priority gamer, Lee Sin and Lucian, will we be seeing perma invading. But Xin Zhao is very, very good into early Lee Sin brawling, because Xin Zhao as a champion, if he touches you, you basically explode. Ah, the Jace. We got a mid lane priority war here on our hands if this champion is locked in, and we have the Lucian Jace mid lane matchup with two proactive junglers with Xin Zhao and Lee Sin. So this game will be bloodthirsty. No way are both of these teams going to sit back and relax and scale. They want to fist fight. They want to start this with an absolute bloodbath. B-Ball Pro, the legend. You think it's Zillow top lane cooking? Mr. Yaximus. Now pick the Annie, come on. We all want to see it. Pick the Annie. Oh, we got the Yone. So we have two picks that Zillow is playing. But it will be a Yone top lane, I think. No way he's gonna go Varus top. Is he? Oh my god, he's actually, it looks like it's going to be a Yone top lane, a Varus top lane, a Yone mid lane, and a Lucian bot lane. Well, Ego, I don't have anything to do with this. It's not my fault. You have to take it up to the admin of the tournament. I'm not the admin. If you have enemies, I'm innocent. Are we live? Yes, we are indeed live. And I swear, if the spectator bug happens, I will actually lose it. So, it is actually a Varus top lane. This will be the most eventful lane possible. Ezreal will automatically lose into Lucian in early game pressure with the power of Nautilus. Mid lane will be an absolute disaster with Jace slapping Yone, and top lane, like, I really want to see this happening. Like, I really want to see which jungler will capitalize the earliest on this event up there. I can zoom out. It is 1. Okay. Which view do you prefer?
Minions have spawned.
This one here? I think this one is quite okay. Okay. what is going to happen in top lane? If Zelo plays this absolutely correct, this Jax will be an absolute pain level 1 to level 2, but later on, this could be a very big problem, because depends on what happens, the Jax will just run down side lane, and the Varus cannot defend himself, unless he goes for this interesting tank build. So we already see zoning potential, getting into a point where the Jax can really walk up. And another secret is about Varus top lane. If he last hits a minion, he gets an attack speed buff. With this in mind, the Jax cannot really go forward to trades, because if he makes a mistake, he will get instantly killed. But what is happening on mid lane right now? Just a typical what we have to expect. The Jace wants to punish the Yone as much as possible and give the Xin Zhao the ability to be very proactive. But nothing so far is happening. We see no crazy invades so far, just relaxation, and the Varus is not yet capitalizing a lot on his early game pressure. There's a 50% HP lead and the Jax needs to be careful, but nothing else has happened yet. For the bot lane, I don't really think anything will happen here unless somebody gets hooked, and that will be an absolute disaster. A mid lane fight is happening, and all in by the Yone, which I assume happened because he got his Q free, his third ability, and got onto the Jace, and it's a rough ride for that guy. But now, the pain is going to be unleashed on the Varus. There is a Xin Zhao on his side, and the Lee Sin pathed away from his ranged top laner. Like, my question is, why didn't the Lee Sin play proactively for the Varus, who can set up a wave into a dive scenario 99.9% of the time to make sure to snowball for the early game? Right now, on this bottom side of the map, nothing will happen unless the enemy will overextend. Norton is going on an adventure close to the tower. Lisha enjoying her time a little bit too much. Varus now needs to be a little bit more careful because the Jax got his first reset off. The wave is pushing into the Varus so far, and he can't really do too much. Ooh, Lee Sin is still level 4. A little bit delayed. He could be level 5 already, and the Jace is trading back. This wave cannot easily be frozen, so he just pushes this in, and the Xin Zhao is waiting patiently. Now they're going for an all-out rotation here, maybe looking for potential top lane play, given the wave state. Certainly the Lee Sin will punish this. The Lee Sin will come around the corner and kill this guy. This will be a Flash gone. Flash is gone. Wave is in a very terrible state for the Jax. This can be held indefinitely, and he needs assistance. The supports now finally start roaming, sitting in the mid lane, but with the supports roaming, the Lucian will start to bully the Ezreal until the day ends. This is a Challenger and Grandmaster game. Like, they are part of the Challengers Cup, which means, if I'm not mistaken, that they have peaked at least Challenger. Yeah, Challenger and Sovereign only. I was just confirmed via my nice agent in my ears. How does this one happen? What did B-Ball do? How is this man being caught? Craze? I need the police. What is the police telling us? Does Lish freeze this? She walks forward, tries to deny the crash on the wave. The Jace dies mid lane to the Lee Sin. So much action happening around the map, and the top lane is still in a terrible spot for the Jax. He just can't get anything done. The wave is still in an okay spot, will be bouncing back soon, or will be at least neutral. Mid lane is resetting, and again, the top lane can be punished severely by the Lee Sin if he has time to come here again. It's 38 seconds until the Herald spawns. And this will be most likely the objective of choice. Nice all-in by Zelo, using his ultimate to get the enemy locked down, running after the Jax, waiting for him to do any kind of move before he uses his spell, plays with his food, runs around in a corner and just kills him. Oh, Ezreal comes in, hits him, close friend comes online randomly, clogging my screen. Gragas! No way! Let's do. Nah, the auto camera doesn't work well. Oh, Lish misses a spell. It's a 3 versus 3 up here. Lish still has an ultimate available. Pops the ultimate, pops it on the enemy Ezreal, but there's no follow-up so far. The Lee Sin Q connects. A nice kick, but the Xin Zhao lives with 1 HP thanks to his ultimate ability. This Herald should be a secure thing, unless the Jax can make a major play. The enemy is now stuck on a recall. They just get the Herald now. The Herald means opening up the mid lane, getting so much gold for the Lee Sin team. The Varus is naturally winning the top lane matchup. Now they go for a mid lane rotation, placing down the Herald. And then, after placing down this Herald, they'll just go to the Dragon. They will secure... No Herald? Bot check? Does he not want to do it? There we go. But now this could be a little bit more troublesome, no? Nah, it will still charge. Okay, with this Herald done now, they will obviously... I think maybe they committed too much time here. They're not on a bad timer, they haven't spent their gold, whereas the enemies spent all their gold, so this Dragon is not an opportunity for them. So the enemy team, the blue team, is now able to collect the Dragon for themselves, setting them up for at least a soul. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, there's still a 1 level lead on the Jax by the Varus, and the Varus is setting up a beautiful reset again, unless he wants to dive, but there's no way there'll be a dive happening without any backup. He will just be bullying, and the Lee Sin could have walked here instantly, I believe. He could have just skipped the camps, walk here instantly, and he just dives the guy, but he's out of mana. Yeah, but if Lee Sin skipped the camp because they knew they were on the Dragon, they could have instantly gone for a dive here and just completely deny this Jax's gameplay for the rest of the game until the shutdown golds appear. They're going for a rotation now, but the Lee Sin is already pillaging the enemy jungle, doing a quick rotation to the tower, taking the tower for free. Let me switch the thing again here, so you have more information if you want to. If you want this information, we can just go with this one. So you see the items as well. So I can comment on the items too. Varus is filthy rich, running plated steel caps. There's a play happening on the other side of the map, but the Yone escapes with a third ability. Lish just hooked the minion again. We saw it on the minimap, being ready to take on a next fight. Zealo's just having too much fun, having 1 billion gold in the pocket. So far, this Lucian isn't really snowballing. It's a 0-1-0. So the purpose of this champion has been missed so far, but the Jace is just caught in a very bad spot, but doesn't die to the all-in of the Yone. But now the Lucian comes around the corner. Will he use the culling? Will it be a kill? And it's a kill, and now action up here as well. No, sadly not, but it's an easy kill pickup by the Lucian. Nice flash Q by Lish. The Gragas ultimate denies the play, but now the Gragas is being locked down. Zilo goes after, uses Proto, uses ult, catches the Ezreal. There's just no way, and he kills the Ezreal. He just murdered that guy. How's that legal? They'll take this tower for free, and they're so content with this play. This Varus is taking over this game so far. We talked about the bounties. Now we have the bounties on the outside of the map. Azilo's being caught. Kills the Gragas, however. But now, the Lee Sin wants to have a word. Oh, uses his first ability, misses, and now runs after the Jace. Is it a situation where the Jace can turn? Nah, it just gets kicked into the face, and it's, well, outplayed, I guess. Yone pushing the side lane, taking ages to take down the tower. It's... Okay, where is the next fight going to happen? Who is going to draw all the attention? Ooh, survives with 1 HP. Where are my observer little servants that help me pay attention to everything at the same time? But we'll manage. Trapping in a brush here, but there's a Varus on the other side of the map with a Lee Sin behind them. Hey, Mysticons, I'm not the person who names the people. If they rename themselves, it's not on me. This Dragonet spawning is probably going to be the next point of contest where the teams will feel the urge to make a play. But keep in mind, it is just a mountain soul that will be at stake after the next dragon falls. So it takes a lot of time until the mountain soul even is a thing, and it's a very terrible buff. Ooh, Zelo is respecting up here, making sure to not walk too close. But he doesn't have any backup. He has to be very far away. But if he gets too close, just a tiny tad too close, the Gragas cask will just be thrown in, and this guy will be stuck in a very bad spot. There's a 4-man rotation up here with dragon spawning in 21 seconds. They apparently do not want to go for this play. Nice hook on the Gragas, using the ultimate onto the Ezreal. Nice ultimate by the other. The Ezreal is caught and it's just instantly dead. And now it's just a festival of kills. Nice combo by the Jace, but it's not enough damage so far. T-Varus just walks after them, not giving a single damn with his Riftmaker, Plated Steel Caps, Protobout, Titanic Hydra belt. This looks like an... My bro just missed the dragon.
Power awakened.
And with this, the soul is gone. No more soul condition. No more soul condition. So only Elder will be a valuable dragon. Varus just stood still, maybe checked his DMs or his Instagram posts. Maybe he just baited him, maybe he goes for a kill, maybe he gets a kill, Probots away. Nice flash, but it's not but it is enough. Nah. Damn, this was personal.
And a spear behind it.
Now, Lee Sin can never just Q in. If he does, he will just get body slammed. Oh no. Is the Yone going to check this brush with his Q3? That would be a massive play. Hunts down the Xin Zhao, but it will never deal enough damage. Ooh. Will the Lucian fall to this guy here? What a combo. There's so much damage. But the Lucian has to be careful. If he gets too close, he will be a goner in an instant. It's still a Jace, even though he's 1 in 3. B-Ball Pro. Okay, B-Ball Pro is not enjoying this game so much so far. He's being left alone out of the action for the majority of the game, but maybe he'll be allowed to play as the game continues to get a little bit crazier by the minute. Baron Nash is on the map. It's so weak at this point. If they get vision control around Nasher, they'll easily pick this one up. They just want to spot, okay, they don't, but they really need this vision control around Nasher because they can take it in an instant. They are fed enough to do so. Ooh, Yone going in for a play, hits the combo onto the Jace, nearly taps him, he will die to the Ignite. It's a nice lock hit. It is still enough to kill the Yone. What an awful situation right now. Lucian finds the Xin Zhao, gets dashed on, avoids the dash with another dash, gets the Xin Zhao ultimate, and now the Nautilus ult comes a little bit delayed, hooks a wall, enemy goes over the wall, and we have another rundown situation. Jax, it's SOS time. You cannot escape the Space God. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't give a damn. Look at this man. Ooh, another play. Lee Sin King. Nice shift by Aqua, but this is simply not enough. He gets completely blasted by Lee Sin, but the Ignite gets the GA of Lee Sin. He escapes his death. So much action on 2 sides of the map. I need 2 people to actually cast this and show what's happening. Picking up the scuttle for vision so the enemy can't just sneak it. Okay, why are you barking in the chat? Come on. Don't be that down bad, at least for now. Maybe I can hook you up with one of the players and then you can bark for them in-game. But this is such a massive differential. 540 gold against 11,600. This Jax is not having any fun. If depression has a name, it's Jax. The next dragon that comes up does not hold any value. It will maybe just being an easy pickup, that's it. But the Baron, if any team gets vision control on this objective up here, while they spot a key member on the other side of the map, it will be taken an instant. I'm very curious why they didn't do so earlier. Ooh, a nice trap by the Graga sitting on the side, but the sweeper is giving the Lee Sin away by disabling the vision. Again, they have full control about this, and they can wait until somebody has to go to the Jax down here, because the Jax alone cannot defend himself, and the moment somebody shows, it will instantly be over. The Nash will be gone. Nice ultimate again! Aqua is caught again! And they get the kill on the Jace as well. It's a 2-for-1 trade. And this will spell Baron instantly. They will just commit for this. No way they won't. Because the Xin Zhao now has to deal with the Zilo on the outside of the map. Look at the damage this Varus is doing. Look what he's doing to them. He's outplaying them. The enemy is now forced to take the consolation prize, the bounty of the dragon. Maybe they'll be able to deny him because he takes so long to take it. Is the enemy team aware of this is the question. And if they get there fast enough, okay, they at least secure the dragon, but now will they survive? Jumps over the edge, gets an ult away, kicks him into the face, flashes into the ult to deal damage. Graga's flash boys, this is not enough. B-Ball is popping off. Look at him. He finally gets his chance to play! It's a double kill! It's a bloodbath!
Deliverance!
Oh no. Ooh, now they're preparing for the side lane pressure. They want to go 1-3-1 maybe even. Pressuring all lanes at the same time, knowing specifically that the enemy cannot do anything about this. They cannot defend on any side of the map. Anyone who goes too close gets instantly murdered. Nice poke by the Jace, but it will not be enough. The Varus is now slowly creeping in from the side. Lee Sin jumps over the edge, getting a quick little last hit. And now the mid lane tower will be sieged. The enemy rotation will be too slow. There's no way they can do anything. Aqua gets caught again by the Yone, gets instantly killed. And the Varus on the outside of the map is just playing with his food, popping Ghost, running circles around them. Lich is just dancing in front of them. There's just nothing they can do. They are so behind. The enemy champions are so much stronger at this point, and it will be just a slow death for the enemy. They'll take triple inhib. Another kill coming in right now. Even the Xin Zhao cannot survive. Triple inhib being taken. This game certainly ends. Zilo nearly dies, but Riftmaker healing just keeps him alive. And with that, we end the first game. It's a massive GG for the first game. And the question is, will we see a Varus ban in the next one? If we do not, then I fear that the top lane differential might be too big again. Let's take a look at the damage. Well, one might say Lucian is a carry, but I think Varus was the true star of this game. But I hope for the next game we see some more proactivity from the jungle and Zilo on Varus to make sure that they punish the matchup more severely. Because there were so many wave states that the Lee Sin could have abused by also pathing for the Varus instead of just going for the other side of the map, because it's very difficult to get a kill against Ezreal and Gragas. But yeah. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Where is the... How can I start a poll? Yes. Who wins game 2? Team Varus or Team Jax? Because you remember this probably the most. But I'll just make sure to include the names. I think that is correct. Okay, my thing just did some little oopsies. Five minutes break. Okay. Well, chat, we have 5 minutes to enjoy our time together. You can now resume the barking. you have to pronounce it. Why are you gay? You know that one, the glorious meme. What's the purpose carrying Titanic Hydra as Varus, actually, Chief? It's more about survivability. His idea was to survive as long as possible and utilize his high base damage to deal a lot of damage. You can make the argument that there's items that do this more efficiently, but the overall purpose is just get tankier, deal more damage because you live for longer, and abuse your base stats. Damn. Quickly popping that one. TFD Supremacy? True. I cannot bark, I'm Pengu. Then what sounds do Pengus make? How would you feel if I tomorrow build collect on every champion? Well, I'm German. I'm very familiar with the word 9, so I guess you can go for it. I'm not opening my friend DMs. Forget it. That's a rule you never do on stream. You never open DMs. How did you like the game, Sam? It was an absolute bloodbath. Can I check from here for the runes of Varus? No, I can't. It's bad, man. Say something on German. Ich wünsche dir einen wunderschönen guten Abend. True. Nah, I will never open DMs on chat on stream. It's just yeah. It's like browsing Twitter on stream. You just don't do this shit. What jokes are in German comedy clubs? Brother, we are German. You think we have comedy? One more minute. If we don't see a Varus ban, then I don't know. You played too much PUBG. That's too much. Too much. Too much PUBG. Let me... Zilo's gonna hit us with something interesting next game. This is what is it called again? Not qualifications. How is this stage called? Sam. Does it have a specific name? Knockout stage. Okay. Okay. It's the knockout stage, and if you win if you win your best of 3, you will go straight to the finals, right? Yeah. Oh, and in case you didn't know, I'm just doing it in a TikTok style. You had no idea, but if you join this Discord server, you can win prizes. But don't tell anyone. Okay, we are starting the next game. Maybe we can win. Diana, you know. Okay, next game. How will Team Hexes respond? Because they didn't play. They were Challenger before, but they didn't play so much, so they're currently in Emerald, that's why. But for fairness purposes, if your account has Sovereign Peak or Challenger Peak, you are considered for the highest bracket. So yeah. Another for the Showmakers Cup. That is the name for the Challenger and Sovereign people. So the people in the Playmakers Cup don't get faced with people like, for example, this Varus. Okay, same bans as before. If I'm not mistaken, we have a Camille, we have an Alistair ban, and a Hackram ban. There must be a Varus ban. There is no way Varus is going to remain open. Lee Sin ban, I don't think Lee Sin was the problem last game. I think Lee Sin, like, he played very well, but he was just like an addition of the problem, not the main or core problem. A Fiora ban, again. I'm on no team, I'm just the humble presenter that tells you about what is going on and sometimes tripping over my own words. A Riven ban, Varus is open again, so it's again a beautiful flex pick available in the later rotation, but will they change something up in their draft? Will they pick up on enemies' weaknesses or strength, or will they just have the fun of their lives picking Master Yi in honor of King K? There's just no way Zillow is going to do this. What is Blood thinking? A Volibear pickup. Flexible in jungle and in the Baron lane. Not necessarily infamous for being a power pick in a competitive environment. Ooh, the Ornn pick are straight up into that one. Making sure to have long range engage. And we see the God King, rank 1 of the European server, Trindamir Hover. But no way that's going to be picked. An Aatrox. So Ornn could be going to the Baron lane or the support position. Aatrox could be played in Baron lane and in the jungle, maybe even mid lane depending on the matchup. So very flexible again. Will we see another Gragas pickup now? Still a very powerful champion, but maybe they'll swap it around this time. Ooh, a Lux Hover. This Lux is going to B-ball pro, right? There's just no way. We're going to see something like a Lux bot lane. Ooh, which champion, Lish? Come on. Which champion are you going to pick? Leona, they want to go in. They had enough. They just really want to go in. If you think beforehand they wanted to go ham, this time they want to go even more ham. A Yasuo. Yasuo's Wind Wall denies the Zenith Blade of Leona. And any AD carry that might be picked after this right now would suffer tremendously under the Yasuo's existence. Hey King K. Hey you. Yes, you. Did you know? They just picked the Volibear, the Freddy Fazbear. A Kha'Zix ban coming in. Now the Jax ban comes around the corner. Is Zilo going to cook something interesting? Is this going to be a Zilo Volibear top lane and welcome becoming a member? True. Delicious life, delicious love. You got a point. Yone ban. The target bans are coming out, but no Varus ban. Completely untouched in this draft. Nobody's taking a look. And my Discord just indeed crashed, and now I'm back on Discord. But nobody heard a thing. We love technology. Okay, they missed a ban. Strategic? BM? We will never know. But we have to ask Lish a question. We need to find out if it was her choice to not ban anything, or if it was a mistake. Or maybe I have just disconnected and I don't even know about it. Yes, she can. Ooh, a Kai'Sa pickup, which is a very infamous, it's a terrible laner. So she needs to scale to like 3 items to be very proficient. Finally, an Aurelion Soul. Ooh, but it's having Lux and Aurelion Soul, like who's going to provide you with the 80 damage? Because if the enemy Ornn now goes for Abyssal Mask, you will not kill that guy. Like the enemy team... Are we going to see a Zelo special on the... We will. A Zelo special on the Scion. Well, your base will be gone this game. The Ornn will be standing there and will be in absolute pain. What are they going to pick now? What champion? They are in desperate need of some AD. Tristana. Well, a champion that can at least survive the onslaught, but they have to be really careful. The Ornn engage will make sure that the Yasuo can just instantly ult you, so that Tristana either needs to jump very early, or she needs to have a QSS. I'd risk it all for Lish. Uh-oh. Ooh, an interesting pickup, if this is a Nautilus, because this would mean that it's an Ornn top and Aatrox jungle. Will they go for an Enchanter? That makes it very difficult to pilot, I believe, if they go for... I'm not so sold on the Karma. I would have rather seen a Nautilus, because the enemy team only has one real threat, and that is Tristana. And if they all throw everything on a Tristana, they automatically win. So rather than having a Karma, I believe having the Nautilus would be more beneficial, especially given the draft you're running, because the Nautilus applies Kai'Sa passive multiple times in sequence with auto attack with his passive root, his first ability, which is also a mini stun and a pull, and his ultimate, which is a knock-up. So with this you get instantly 3 stacks on your passive, which then enables Kai'Sa to fast proc hers, and also guaranteed to hit with a second ability. Not only this, you also have the power of the Yasuo ult with this. On the other hand, it will also be a very powerful lane, because the enemy is a melee champion and Leona needs to at least hit level 2 or 3 to go in against these type of champions. But what the enemy doesn't know so far is that it's apparently going to be a mid lane Tristana. I mean, Lux just goes for the same items. You just go for the same burst items. Volibear is having also quite a fast clear, whereas the Aatrox clear got nerfed quite a bit. We see a Croc and Kai'Sa here. And Zelo on Scion with Ghost. Trade with me. So, where do you guys believe the action will be? Ooh, somebody pinged for a blue buff? Aw, you fooled us. You're not even going for a crazy invade. I'm disappointed. This is a very sloppy ward, because we all know this will always be pink warded. In early game, the Leona and Lux cannot really approach them, because if the Karma is there, you'll just get bullied. And the Volibear is pathing for the Leona lane, making sure they can't do anything, whereas the Scion will be left in weak side, and the Tristana's just pushing the wave, leashing away the chickens to make sure that the enemy is a little bit delayed, thinking he might start with red buff. No, this is not the first tournament, this is the Zoo tournament. Heavy trading on top lane, but it's not going to there's not going to be a kill. The only kill that can realistically happen is by mistake in mid lane, when Tristana walks too close, or if the Leona gets a good Zenith Blade into the enemy and a good lockdown with another CC chain by the Lux on level 2 or level 3. So we'll see a relatively passive gameplay, not much will happen. top lane will, as I said, trade grass procs, and these ones will just be bullying each other. Having to use the rocket jump is a massive cut into the mana pool. The Yasuo didn't utilize his wind wall to deny an enemy in last hit, which could at least be something.
Anger builds.
You see the poke damage that the Karma and the Kai'Sa are doing to the Leona? Only the Lux can trade back early, and not much will be happening. And for mid lane, the moment Yasuo started with a dagger, by the way, he didn't even start with Ruby Crystal. Ooh, a full rotation down here. This Scuttle Crab will be taken away. Nice root, that will be countered by a rocket jump. Feels bad, man. Ooh, the Volibear is angry. The Karma is stuck in a very bad spot, but she gets away with the knock-up and the shield.
I ain't afraid.
There's a big rotation. The Kai'Sa gets close to the Lux, but as long as the Lux has the binding, she can never die. Nice binding. Ooh, it's close. If this binding didn't hit, if she flashed this binding, is instant death. There's no way to have enough damage to kill this Leona. Ooh, the Lux is in danger. There's an Aatrox. The Aatrox is looping around. Well, B-Ball, you are gone. Will there be a nice flash? Will he dodge the spell? Ooh, nice flash, getting away, surviving. Zilo again having a very good wave state on top lane, putting the On in a very peculiar spot where he cannot escape, like cannot get himself away from unless he commits for the wave, which is a potential risk, unless he knows where the enemy jungle is, where he knows, and there's a dive on the mid lane. Nice bump on the Yasuo. Will it be enough damage? And it will be enough damage, but the Yasuo will get at least an assist on the Volibear. If they can hold this wave here, nah, they can never hold it for long enough, because this wave will be aggroed, and yeah, it walks in. It's a sad situation. But yeah, at least some gold for the Karma. It's at least a decent spot, so the Yasuo has a longer lane. The Ornn still wasn't allowed to go base. Ornn is going for, I think, a Heartsteel rush here. Zilo ulting back to lane. Look at this train running. Its int is win on the Scion.
Sacrificing your lives for your better.
No mana on this Ornn, picking up the fruit now. Scion going for a quick ward, waiting for information, and doesn't really want to engage into any kind of play. Now Heartsteel completed. Heartsteel will now allow him to scale harder and harder into the later stages of the game, whereas the Ornn cannot match the Heartsteel yet. So if the Scion locks down the Ornn into a laning phase situation, he will be able to farm life, whereas the Ornn is still stunted in his build because he simply doesn't have enough gold. Clearing the vision with the vision plant, knowing that the ward now disappears, will be a push scenario in mid lane. Tristana has still some time to spend until she has scaled. Yasuo is not going for the tank Yasuo build. I repeat, it is not a tank Yasuo build, even though he's running Grasp. Bot lane is recalling. Objective timer 30 seconds. An easy Heartsteel proc for both parties. 33 HP gotten on that item already. Dragon and Herald spawning in 20 seconds. Aatrox still on the Dragon side, now resetting for an item spike as it seems, getting the Youmu's Ghost Blade. Going for a trade here again. Mid lane is looking at each other, trying to figure out which objective is going to be played, being able to rotate as fast as possible. Volibear is taking the crab, and it's slowly starting to paint a picture that is going to be a bloodbath yet again. It's all on the Ornn ultimate. Ornn ultimate is coming in. Will he be denied? Gets the ultimate, but the Yasuo isn't in range. Nice combo, but the Ornn survived with 1 HP. But now Lish is in trouble. Gets denied, gets flash ult comboed by the Yasuo. 1 HP survive again. The Scion is trying to trade on the other side of the map, farms some Heartsteel procs, is caught, is killed, but revives with the passive, deals extra damage, farms the Heartsteel procs, runs after them, but the Herald is now lost. A massive upset. But now they have to be careful. They should not go for too much. The enemy team spent all their gold, and they have to spend their gold as well. If they just walk for the dragon, they will all die and the entire gold lead will be gone. Now the enemy, as a consequence, can go for this dragon and rush the dragon because the enemy is delayed on tempo, and this will at least deny the enemy the soul condition and enable you to get the soul, which in this instance is the Infernal Soul, which is very useful because your team really needs extra damage. Ooh, jungle farming, tower hitting, nobody was here to deny him so far. The Ornn is getting so many free plates, so much gold gotten back. Look at the gold differential between both of them. It's not really very big anymore. Farming, Heartsteel stacks, 214 on the Scion. This guy is getting ridiculously strong and high stats on his item. At the moment we get Titanic Hydra into play and other items like Starex, this guy is going to one-tap you. The Yasuo is going for place on the other side of the map. The Lux is getting very close. Nice ultimate by the Volibear, but he gets ulted by the... Oh no, it's a tragedy. The Tristana is caught in a very bad spot, gets ran down. Oh no, it's another tragedy. Another death. The Volibear will not be enough to save anyone. The Karma's coming in for a rotation. This tower is an absolute gauntlet. They will never be able to defend this.
Our fates are entangled.
A massive overstep by the Lux, going too close against the Yumus Ghostblade Aatrox. Another massive gold swing. Oh no. It is a very rough spot for the team right now. Team For Fun needs to be very, very mindful of what they're doing. They need Tristana to scale desperately. Without the Tristana, and with all their champions being with the current gold they have, they're not strong enough to get anything done. A mid lane face-off right now, which is more benefiting for the Kai'Sa than anyone else. Volibear's in the river, tries to get the crab, gets the crab, the Scion is ulting back to the wave, and the Tristana is going down there to catch the next wave. I don't believe we'll see any big action. Ooh, caught and denied the charge. The Ornn is caught, has to flash away. This one will be, ooh, it is not a kill. It gets out of range and does extra damage. It seems like Team For Fun is getting a little bit desperate here. They really need gold on this Tristana. She has only 6,100 gold. Like, all of them are very poor right now, whereas the enemy counterparts are so much richer.
Gotcha.
And keep in mind, like, Yasuo thematically just places down the wind wall, and the Tristana cannot deal any damage unless she's able to relocate herself with Rocket Jump, Flash, or Protobelt, which she cannot go because she desperately needs that QSS.
Never falter.
This Scion is a tanky guy. You will not just kill him. You will just clear the wave and walk away. Ooh, this will be a big hit. Nice ultimate by the Karma to deny them and use the empowered mantra on the Inspire. Lish is caught again. Gets instantly killed, and it's a reset for the Aatrox, and they're living. Damn, Lish is having a hard time this game, not being allowed to go for any plays, gets instantly punished every single time, and Zilo's trying to defend this out with his life. He will probably fall. He falls to the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa is getting more and more fed, running the Mana Immune. Yasuo, in the meantime, is enjoying his side lane, making this game so difficult to play for the opposing team, denying all the linear skill shots they have. If King K was with me right now, he would be talking about the upsides and downsides of the Volibear, the Freddy Fazbear, the man, the myth, the legend, the tower dive demon. 15 seconds till the dragon. At least they don't have to fight the potential soul condition. Sound gets close to the tower, instantly kills it. The Ornn just can't do anything against this champion. He's too tanky already. He has so much health. How much does he have? 4,080 health at minute 10:45. Picking up the free dragon. Some trading in the top lane happening. The Volibear going for a cheeky little invade, trying to at least trade something. for the loss of a dragon. So soul condition has been removed for both teams, which means dragon again, worthless objective, just taking if it's free. And Nashor will be coming up in like 1 minute, and that will be the next big objective to fight for. Tristana walks too close, gets cancelled, has to flash away. Yasuo goes closer. Ooh, Tristana losing flash is big. Now the enemy team can think about forcing Nashor, because the enemy team is not able to do anything about this. The Ornn cannot stand his ground against the Volibear as well. Like, he just can't do anything here. And it's just a matter of time until Baron will be taken. Now, look at these two comedians. Look at them. The Divine Sundra doing some work. Zilo staying on the edge here, trying to get his team to do Nashor, but they're not in a position. What just happened to his ultimate? Just disappeared. Ooh, this entire split push is not doing anything for them because they can't go for Nashor. Nice binding onto the Karma on the minimap, and we see instantly stasis as well. Running the Trident to the Knight is shielding. Zilo is on an escape. The Grand escape is picking up the Honey Fruit, but he doesn't want to slow himself down, so he doesn't do so and keeps on walking. Pops the ultimate. Now the Ornn ultimate comes in. Well, there's Eren in a very bad spot. Nice ultimate by the Ornn. Lish is caught again. Will it be enough? Nice combo. The Ornn. The Volibear just dies instantly, and Aqua is safe. He goes back to the crab, using it as a mini health pack. Killing it will grant him with a lot of health. Nice attempt of a flash binding, but B-Ball is missing every single spell. He is tilted himself. He's spamming the emote. It's a chase down scenario. The ultimate doesn't connect by Leona. And the play now has ended. My man. The side lane is waiting. Zilo is ulting side lane to just get some gold back, but this means that he can't ult back to the Nashor. He also doesn't have teleport available anymore. But however, the Ornn has teleport, so whatever happens, they need to be really careful. The Lux finally farming some extra gold with first strike on the Ornn. Nice engage by the Yasuo down there onto the Scion, but this champion will just never die, will he? They will just hit each other for some time, and it will take a lot of time to die, but the red buff forces actually the Scion to use Ghost. Mana red buff is so unbelievably broken. Blue buff ready to be picked up by, I assume, the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa has mana immune into Nashor's. Curious to know why she doesn't have a Sense Reaper. But I'm just a humble item salesman. If this Scion goes to teamfight later, he really needs to buy Protector's Vow. If he does and is close to Tristana, Tristana can never die. Also, Leona needs to buy Zeke's. They need the Zeke's, they really need it. Trading procs again. Red team putting themselves in a position for the Nashor, getting the tier 1 auto turret very soon. No way anything is gonna happen here, they're just gonna look at each other. The Scion ulting now top lane. The Ornn still hasn't reset, still has teleport available though. Will he drift around? Will he go for a full circle? Let's see. Ooh, number 1. Oh, let's chase him. Look at him. No! He messed up! But it doesn't matter. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. Yeah. And it's gone. Again, this dragon, completely worthless. Nothing will be happening. Unless either team wants to fight for it, which is very terrible. They should rather try and trade and get the Nashor or anything. But it's already 15 minutes into the game. Lish in a very bad spot again, but gets to walk it off. Uh-oh.
Being the dominant life form is so depleting. The universe craves chaos.
Free dragon pickup. Doesn't mean anything. It's just a second dragon. The ocean dragon will barely do anything. Zilo goes for another turn around the map. Ooh, he stops actually. He doesn't go for another one. Maybe fearing that the enemy's in a position to stop him, and then if he dies, his team will also just lose the game. Zelo's teleport is up again, so we'll now visit the other side of the map, creating pressure, keeping the Ornn locked in place. And with the Ornn locked in place for now, the enemy's engage potential is relatively low in direct comparison. Nice damage by Tristana, forcing the ultimate and the Zhonya's, or the stasis, from the Karma, but it's a Baron Nashor angle. But do they have enough damage? Kai'Sa can hit over the wall from a certain spot there, nicely played by them, but they just stop the Nashor and the enemy keeps on doing the Nashor. Will they do so? Ornn is coming in from the side, 3.6k. Lich is inside the enemy team. The Ornn misses the ultimate. He's still alive, and Volibear's running away but falls, and now Tristana's caught, gets instantly killed. Tristana doesn't have Qs, as she has no way of escaping this, and now it's a rundown. The Kai'Sa is completely untouched. Only Lux and Leona are still alive. Will they manage to steal this? Lux has ult. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. The Ornn is keeping them busy, but does the Lux have her Ice Peel? She does! This was way too close. If the Lux managed to steal this, this game would be completely on its head, because Tristana's team would have been gifted so much time to scale and an empowered version of themselves with a lot of extra stats for this Elder Dragon. Now with Nashor in the hands of Team Hexes, it's just a matter of time that they'll pick up this dragon, and with this dragon, there's no more chance of winning. It's time for the teams to set up the vision. Will they pop the blast con early to just know where the enemy wards are, or will they keep it? Volibear wants to wait. He doesn't want to just pop it. He wants to pop it when he has to, and he does. Nice play, which is something that people would not pick up on many times, but it's a very nice thing. And the Elder has now spawned. The Scion is keeping the Ornn busy. They don't really have a tool of engage with him, but the Kai'Sa is barraging them with a second ability. He has Kron as well. The Aatrox is going in one tap. The Tristana is dead again. How is this possible? How is the Tristana caught? And there's a turn onto the Kai'Sa, but there's not enough damage. The Crown is keeping this. If the Yasuo ult locks him down, this game is over. It's a close angle. Lich being caught back, but it doesn't matter anymore. Even if she dies, it doesn't have any consequence. They get the Elder. This game will be over. It gets executed by the Elder. Oh, the Elder doesn't even... My bad. Elder wasn't even there yet. Now it's there. The enemy tried to deny them. But now this game is over. It just took so much longer than I expected for the Elder. The Kai'Sa is an unbelievable and unstoppable force right now. With the crown, she can go for the most crazy plays. All evolves available. Volibear looking around the corner, trying to deny a recall, which he does. It's all but a glimmer of hope. And all the hope, the entirety of the blue team's hope resides on the Tristana. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Can Fofun turn this game? Does Tristana have enough damage, 3 items only, against a 4-item Kai'Sa with a full frontline? Oh, 30 seconds until Nashor spawns. They will secure the Nashor with the power of the Elder, and with the Elder they'll start sieging the base, and once this happens, there is no recovery unless a magical event occurs and B-Ball is able to steal this Nashor with his ultimate. Scion tries to go on the side, but is not able to, gets blocked by the Ornn. This Nashor will be taken on spawn. Blue team is not even in position to do anything about this. Lux? No chance. No Lux laser. This game is a wrap. Look at them. They're playing with each other. How many stacks? 1,235 stacks on this Scion. Ooh. The waves are slowly walking in. Just a matter of time. The mid lane is being pressured. They'll get the side lane towers as well. 2 waves are now walking in with the Baron buff. It's just a matter of time. Who is going to make a mistake? Who is going to lose the game here? Keep the minions empowered. Mid lane inhibitor is not the most important inhibitor. Nice attempt by the Leona, but misses. No, they don't have the engage tool. Nice combo and catches them again. The Lux instantly dies. Nice combo by the Yasuo. Gets the tower as well. And Zelo just dies with a Scion. On ultimates from Narnia, knocks up the Scion to make sure to assert his dominance over the pain he has suffered from last game. Demolish procs coming in. Yasuo literally inside of that Nexus, not giving a single damn. They're ending the game, 5 people dead, and it's 1-1. To all the doubters on you, Team Fun, the Team Varus just lost. So it's 1-1, which means we go into game 3. Okay, we got a short break. Okay, guys, since we now have a few moments of intimacy, it's time for you to join this Discord and get my customized voicemails. Entry to the giveaways. Can we not see Cleaver Volibear again? I think the entire game completely went out of control with the Herald play, so. Kind of a rough situation for the bros. Best AD carry for climbing? Well, if you want to go into late game and chill, it's Tristana, but Tristana's laning phase sucks. If you are mechanically a Demon King, then it's Lucian. That is it, she says. Which you can't hear. Oh, look at the B-Ball Pro. The side where we win. If I had a soundboard, I would say like, what. Okay. Any donation, gamers? Thank you. Another few minutes until the next game starts, so I'll already start. Do you want me to wait until the draft is settled to make the prediction on who wins, or do you want to see, do you want to have the poll early so you can decide who's going to be the winner? Do you want to make it draft dependent, or just my team is this team, I want them to win? Thank you again for the donation. After the draft? Wait, draft? Okay. Neutral? You can't just say neutral. It's like how much ketchup do you want on your fries? Yes. Neutral is not an option. Will we finally see some changes now? Will we see another Varys? Because they want to win, they want to stomp? Or will Zillow pick something different? Is Aqua going to be the star of the game again? With this Kai'Sa pick, being allowed to scale to the point where he turned into an absolute demon king? And will we see B-Ball Pro hit a laser on Nasha and steal it? Or will he do a little bit of an oopsie and do a little bit of a Q flash and sadly miss? Very interesting Lux pickup though. I would really love to see him swap to mid lane and play Zoe. AP Noodle for the win. I'm a believer. Okay. Ooh. A believer is among us. Trade with me. I need trade with me on his best behavior this game. If Team Hexes want to win, we need trade with me to be on his A game. I guess it's starting time. Okay, we start. Hexes picked blue side. Which champion do they want to secure is the question. What have they on their minds that they really want to have to make sure that the game is very difficult for Team for Fun? Well, Team for Fun. Man, Team for Fun, Team Fun 4, it's a difficult time for me here. Any helpers in chat? Go Power Rangers, another Alistar ban. Hakram has been banned the entirety of the series, as well as Alistar. We haven't seen any of these champions so far, so both teams really do not want to see these champions. Another Riven ban coming in. Team Hexes doesn't mess around, they just keep the Riven away. To my knowledge, Zillow doesn't play Riven, so this is all targeted towards the jungle role. They really don't want Ray to have fun. The Yasuo is banned, very good choice, because all my brothers, they really, I will just do something. Yasuo. You can all imagine what I just said. How are the games going? They are an absolute bloodbath. Camille also banned the entirety of the series, Lee Sin also banned again. No Varus ban. But at least no Yasuo in this game. If I remember correctly, in the first game of the series, they had Yasuo banned in second rotation. And it got through in the second game, and it was absolute pain. They're picking up Ornn as their first pick. Again, a flex for the support role and the Baron lane. How will they respond to this? I mean, banning Yasuo is always a good choice. Okay, let me quickly set this up so you can choose. Who wins? It's 1-1. Team Hexes is blue side. And Team For Fun is red side. Okay, make sure to vote once the draft ends. I just want to make sure it's already up. My personal permaban? Lee Sin, Yasuo, Hecarim, like all these champions, Evelyn as well. They pick up the Yone. I think now this is going to be potentially a Zelo special on the Baron lane. Picking up an early Braum. In case you don't know, Braum completely denies Ornn's ultimate with his shield. It's very, very difficult. But I'm like very confused as to why they just insta-lock the Braum. Does Zelo play Fiora? I have not seen him play Fiora so far. So maybe he just doesn't want to play it. Another big chonker for the front line. A volley by Ornn locked in. Who's going to be the third champion? Do they want to secure a mid lane priority champion? Or what's on their minds? Another... This is a lot of flexibility in this game so far. Unless, technically speaking, I think they all lock everything with this. It's going to be an auto support, a Volibear jungle, and Ornn top. So if we just pick Fiora right now, no, we don't want to. I guess Zelo plays Yone top lane. You know, there was one combination of things, of champions that was utterly disturbing in the past. It was Morgana and Nautilus, but given their heavy AP profile already, they cannot really make... They can't pick another AP champion. They really can't. Keep in mind, Team Full Fun picked away Team Hexus' Kai'Sa from last game. So which champion will Aqua respond to? Or respond with? But don't see AP Vayne jungle with Probelt and I'm subbing. It's out of my control. It's not my fault. Not me. Not me. I'm innocent. I'm just a humble voice telling you that Collector is a very bad item. No propaganda, by the way. A Samira ban. I mean, fair point, but again, I think Braum makes it very difficult for Samira to function because his shield can block so much if they all line up in a decent way. But that's just perfect world thinking, I believe. So far, Team Hexus is very all-in oriented. And the team of For Fun could be very reactive. We see another Scion pick. Why don't we, like, I'm just confused why we don't see an earlier secure of Varus so he doesn't get banned away. A Zeri pick, adding even more AP to the profile, even though he can go AD, it's still very AP heavy. However, if there's a Braum, funnily enough, I think the Braum melts so fast because of the Runon's Hurricane, as well as all the chip damage Zeri does, that you'd be surprised at how much damage she does. Another AP champion? Nah. Come on, something else. Come on. Not the Teemo. Gwen jungle still works. It's a Teemo. It's a Teemo mid lane into, as it seems, a Yone mid lane. Given the damage profile of Team Hexus, if Team Full Fun picks up Magic Resist, they'll be in so much trouble. Stacking Magic Resist here is so detrimental towards the draft of Team Hexus. I think skill-wise, if this game goes into late game, depending on how the fights play, Kai'Sa can carry with the help of Yone. But if the Zeri is left alone, if she is left alone with her ultimate, she will decimate Team for Fun. We have a 57%, 57% guess on the on Team Hexes. KFC fanboy unleashing the Volibear, the Teemo mid lane, Spirit Blossom Teemo on my little Teemo. Come on now, what is this? I feel robbed. Lish playing Ignite Braum, also very peculiar to see an Ignite Braum in modern times. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Conqueror Zeri. Given the champions here, I think you can just safely run Lethal Tempo and just completely farm damage.
Welcome to WildRift.
Okay, will we see anything fancy in the early stages of the game? Ooh, a ping goes down onto the mid lane. The Braum is walking here. Braum is very infamous for an early all-in with his Q. If he tags somebody and they collapse on this champion, it's an easy kill pickup. The Teemo is there, but the team was not on the same page, so it doesn't even gain them a flash. I really hope this Yone has second wind to make his life a lot easier. Ooh, you just got caught, but she can just walk it off. Yeah, it's fine. That Q hits. I feel scammed. We see the giga old meta from WildRift where the supports chill in mid lane looking at each other. Hopefully Lish has also second wind to help her sustain through this. Nothing much will be happening, they'll just look at each other. Zeri gets a dash onto the Kai'Sa because the Kai'Sa's laning phase is not really that good. What do we see up here? Zila is slow pushing into the enemy tower, whereas the Volibear is pathing away. Get some nice damage with the second ability. We see a nice hook on the mid lane, catching the Braum here, using the shield to block the damage. Will they get enough damage down? But it's not enough to get anyone killed, and it's actually soon a reset angle for Yone. He's too low. He needs to be very careful to not get caught and just die. Aww.
Infernal dawn.
Yone needs to be careful. If this minion, like this minion, could be a potential kill target if the enemy is in a position. Oh no, he greets for this minion, no? No, he doesn't. God bless. Oh, Teemo is getting close, was in stealth. There was a very nice play that if the enemy goes for this minion, thinking he could get it, they can just instantly respawn. Maybe the Nautilus should have waited a little bit more behind to go for the trap. Popping a third ability like this is certainly not going to be very helpful, but the wave is pushing already into him, so he can just safely collect this at a later point. Again, top lane is just going to be grass proc traded into grass proc into nothingness. Where's the Fiora when you need her? Ooh, nice hit on the Kai'Sa here with the second ability. We saw it on the minimap. Kai'Sa is getting into an HP range that she doesn't want to be at. Again, nice trades by the Zeri onto the Kai'Sa. Ooh, Kai'Sa is getting so low that she has to recall. The enemy is slowly converging, looking for a potential dive, but now they reset. Checking the brush with the second ability. Zilo ulting back to the wave for top lane, and again, it's a very slow-paced game. A lot of little skirmishes happening, but no real commitment. Oh, will this be a solo kill? Ooh, Orin, you have to walk away. You just got caught again. Trade with me, just trade a little bit too much. A lot of gold now into the pockets while the mid lane play is happening here. Goes away, still has ultimate available. Gets ultimate and Nautilus 1 HP, will survive the poison take. Now all he has to do is stand in front of the Yone, make sure he can recall. Nice fighting up there, but it will not be enough to get the kill onto the Scion. Ooh, will it be? Locks him down on a perfect spot. Still has his ultimate available. Jumps in, misses the ult damage. Oh no, nice flash and survives the play. If this Volibear hit the ultimate, it's a free kill, but he missed. Ooh, but now they're zoning him. getting the demolish blocks. The Yone is rotating. Yone has ultimate available. If he gets too close, cancels the Ornn dash. Uh-oh, you're in trouble. Oh, misses the first ability, pops the ignite onto the Yone to make him run away. This will be enough damage. There's just no way because he popped the third ability. But to make sure he doesn't get caught, I guess that was the purpose of the third ability. Ooh, everyone is converging again. Bot lane is not having a very fun time. Being relatively even in gold though, getting the first item completion, going for a lot of damage, going for high trades, but the Manamune isn't enough damage. If this wasn't a Sensui, but she doesn't have enough damage for a Sensui, would have been so much nicer, but getting the Manamune stacked is also quite helpful. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, 35 seconds away from an absolute bloodbath once again. Who will take the first objective and what will they choose? Ooh, look at the trap here, waiting for anyone to appear, jumping in front, using the shield, taking no damage. Just look at the Scion taking away all these plates right in front of the Ornn. Ooh, the rotation set in early. Blue team is already in position for potential Herald play. A lot of trading happening again. Who will go for this first and who will be caught? Teemo is playing against the... Ooh, it was a very nice play by the Teemo. Both flash and... He dies to the poison tick. This means Herald, and they will not be able to trade the dragon for this. And the Olaf will also fall to the Teemo. He used his third ability, and because he didn't kill, I think he didn't recuperate the HP, and because he didn't recuperate the HP, he died to the poison tick. A massive misplay by the Olaf. They secure the dragon for free. The game is again in Team Hex's hands. The game is slowly falling apart. The Scion now doing the inting strat, going around the map, trying to go for as much gold as possible. Yone being caught with the Berkshire tilter, and he falls again. The Chonkers just run him down. They just dislike him too much. Will Kai'Sa be able to replicate what Akko was doing on this pick last game, now playing Zarya? Or will this Kai'Sa just be doomed into irrelevancy due to how the game is progressing? This tower will be taken this wave. It's a free tower. Olaf using the second ability a little bit early. They have to walk away. This will certainly pop Olaf's ultimate. It does. Zarya ults in, doesn't do enough damage yet. It's more like a tickle feed. Ooh, nice combo. They lock him down. That tank, the chunks. Just don't care. They are too tanky. They are too tanky, they are too powerful, and the way the game progresses, they get always leads due to the fights chosen. And it looks again, ooh, what is this guy doing? Ooh, he's going around again. Ooh, getting the tower with the ultimate, getting a lot of gold back into the pockets. Ornn is smithing in front of him, he'll get an easy heartsteel proc. They trade again. The majority of the gold, like, the most gold we have, like, the only lane that has a lead on Team 4 Fun is the Baron lane. Only Scion has a lead because he got every single plating on the lane. And the Kai'Sa is just doomed into doing nothing. She is not allowed to do anything. Kai'Sa has to still scale, and she needs people in front of her to get something done. Only with the second evolve available, she can finally start poking. And then maybe with the third evolve, she can finally react to the enemy's full engage, and he lives with 1 HP again and survives the Liandry proc, because the Teemo has so much damage. In case you didn't know, if you get hit by a Teemo auto attack, you get the Liandry's passive refreshed every single time his passive deals damage to you. So I think it's 7 seconds of Liandry's damage that you're taking from one auto attack of a Teemo. And the Sion again, here denying the Kai'Sa any access to gold. Kai'Sa now rotating around the map. This Olaf as well denying the Kai'Sa gold. She doesn't get any gold. Hopes and dreams all sit on the Kai'Sa. And maybe the Yone can scale as well. Nice hit. The Kai'Sa overextends slightly too much. The Volibear jumps over the corner. The Kai'Sa ults over the corner, escapes the play, but gets knocked down by the Ornn. There's nobody. Braum survives. The Braum survives, but the Olaf is trying to fist fight in front, but it's not enough. Zeri is still alive, and they're looking for the scrambles. Kai'Sa finally got to deal at least some damage, but it just wasn't enough. They were too tanky, and by the time she was able to deal damage, the Braum already died. And all for a simple mid lane tower. Ooh. Yone getting caught, getting hit by the binding, has to ult away, gets denied, and will die and fall to the poison of Teemo. This will solidify the dragon for Team Hexes. Unless something happens, we see the inting strategy on the side lane. Zelo trying to get another tower, gets another tower, gets the Heartsteel proxy, and both collected. Does he have his ultimate? No, he doesn't. He will eventually fall here, but he's stalling for so much time, but his team cannot convert this time spent. Uses even Flash. What is this guy thinking? Gets locked down again. Goes for another Heartsteel proc. Gets ulted by the Volibear. And it's ult to be gone. The Kai'Sa ult in. It's a potential play. There's potential. There's potential turn. They spent too much time onto the Sion. They might be able to pick up this dragon to deny the enemy at least the soul condition. The Teemo is doing so much work, but they still haven't started with the dragon. Nice second ability. Nice second Void Seeker hitting on him. They will secure this dragon. Ooh, the Protector's Vow coming in clutch. Look at the HP bar. It gets dangerously low every single time this team just touches you. They really need to invest into magic resist at some point. Like, even if you look at this, like, so much damage of Zeri is simply an AP. Like, it's so much magical damage in a kit that magic resist is just paramount to success. And again, the Yone is caught on the side, gets taken care of. Zelo falls as well. Baron is not even on the map. It appears that Team for Fun is in fact not having fun. They're actually being tilted, as it seems. B-Ball Pro and Glish on the other side alone, trying to get at least the crab to make sure that they at least know what's happening. While Zelo and Yone were busy surveying the crabs, they got taken hostage and sent back into the base. Olaf doesn't have any access to the pit, he doesn't have Flash. It's an easy pickup for them. They cannot get the Baron and they just secure the Baron for free. Blue team is accelerating ahead over and over again, and the only gold lead they have on the entirety of the team is on Sion, and there's a minimal gold lead on the Braum. However, with this play, Sion will now secure the tower on the other side of the map with this Demolish proc. Another bit of gold right into the pocket, and a lot of time back into the game. With the power of this Baron, it really depends on what they're doing. Ooh, all-inning onto this was a misclick. Lich now being hooked after popping the third ability. Yone is being caught. Yone ults. Oh no, Yone makes a big mistake by using the third ability to escape something that wasn't even coming for him. And that instantly gets taken care of. The hook blocks down the Kai'Sa, and the Kai'Sa gets instantly popped. The Braum cannot even assist in any way. There's no more hope at this point. If this didn't happen, they had a realistic chance of maybe turning this. But again, they play the gold into the enemy's pockets by getting caught in key situations, making the game even more difficult to play. Nexus shield now gone soon. Just pop. Nice play by the Scion. Popping Ghost, securing the kill. Team Elise with 1 HP. Ooh, the Spearmint will take care of this. Yep. Oh. As I said, the entirety of hope still sits on Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa needs to carry this game. And I think even going Zeke's right now, I think doesn't do too much. Unless he still has the highest AD on the team.
I need to gather my strength.
How much AD does he have? Yeah, if Sion is close, he gets the Zeke's. If this guy presses ult, he might get Zeke's. Yeah, I think they need some extra damage. I don't think Braum needs to survive longer. I think Kai'Sa needs to deal more damage. Sion not trying to play for time, trying to get the curve, gets the curve perfectly, goes around the map trying to make time for his team, capturing all waves. But the issue is, ooh, the Zeri gets hit here, gets exhausted as well, but the Sion is dealing so much damage, he needs to be really careful. The Vamp is coming through, the Nautilus cancelling is also coming through, but the Red Buff will not be enough to kill him. He escapes with a sliver of HP. Sion is trying his hardest to keep the team in the game, but the issue is, by doing so, if the Kai'Sa isn't allowed to permanently farm mid lane, which he should be, they're denying his own team resources. But with mid lane inhibitor gone, the worst inhibitor in the game, because it doesn't matter if this inhibitor is taken unless you want to get rid of the Nexus shield, the Kai'Sa is gaining premier access to waves over and over again. Ooh, the dragon now taken care of, they can't even take the Nasher. Nice knock up, the Olaf loses every HP, gets hooked onto the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa is stuck in a very bad spot. Can he hold away? Flash away. Nice play, but will it be enough? Somebody falls. The Kai'Sa still has an auto protect once because she got caught. The Zeri now goes in, and the Kai'Sa will fall eventually. Oh, if the Kai'Sa only got to play this fight, then there was a realistic... Oh, the Bluetooth auto attack. This auto attack had a better connection than MyFi ever had in my existence. And this will secure them the Baron. Unless... Will it be enough? Jumps over the wall, gives his team vision. Braum is close. There's a smite in the pit. 129 HP. It was a close one. Now the Zilo is stuck in the pit and jumps over. The Yone is caught. Zilo will also be dead and dying to the Zeri. And the only person last standing is Lish on the Braum. From game one, where Team For Fun had a dominating performance, Team Hexes actually crawls their way back into the game. This could very much be the end of this game. Ooh, barely missing the Kai'Sa. Will the Kai'Sa be able to do anything? Nice flash up by the Nautilus, but it will not be possible. Nice combo, and they'll just end the game in front of them. And this marks a victory for Team Hexes. 2-1, ending this best of 3 series. They are now moving forward to the next stage of the tournament. And I'm curious to see if there will be a discussion after this game. Or if they'll just be happy with each other. Because this game, Kai'Sa was not allowed to play, and in these few moments Kai'Sa was allowed to play, it was just an absolute disaster what has happened. But yeah, so many things happened during this game that made the game so difficult. But I'm so happy to see that we went the full series with a best of 3, and seeing Hexes turn this entire series around after this very, very crucial loss in their first game. Okay, time to ask my lovely voice in my ear. How much of a break will we have now? Five to 8, 5 to 7. Pick your poison, lady. I'm fine with 5. I don't really mind. Well. It was most definitely an experience, this one. And now for the next series, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we will see Team Void against Team Skin Hoarders. Is that right? Yes, I think so. I think the next series, if I'm not mistaken, is from the Playmakers Cup. So not the Challenger and Sovereign Cup, but the lower bracket. So I'm curious to see how these games will be played. Um, they are recording the voice comms, to my knowledge, to see if somebody goes and speaks and goes, and they have to be unmuted or something. To my knowledge, because I also asked about delaying the broadcast. Zilo, you tried. You really tried. I'm just curious why you didn't pick your Varus again, like in game 1. Why didn't you secure it earlier? I know B-Ball doesn't really play Varus, I think. But still, maybe the enemy doesn't know that he doesn't really play the champion. And just securing it would have been so powerful for you, because you would just instantly kill the the Ornn in side lane and take care of their front lane on your own. But yeah, I'll take a second to go to the toilet, and then I'll be back as they prepare the lobby. So catch you in a minute. Hello, hello. I have returned with a snack, a drink, and a lovely compliment. Thank you. I think any rank can participate, but Challenger and Sovereign is or was put into a higher bracket, and all the lower elos are also put into another bracket to keep it fair. This is just an online tournament, so you can basically play from your home, the beach, the bar, wherever you want to. And with that, we are back in the next draft. On blue side, we have Team Void, and on red side, we have the Skin Hoarders. So, the question is, will we be seeing similar drafts from last series, or something completely new? And of course, I will do a poll for you, just for you. Who will win game 1? Okay. Seeing an Ornn ban, nothing unusual. Seeing a Soraka ban, this seems personal. And an Evelyn and Hackerin ban on Team Hoarder side. A set ban, very interesting. And what will we see now? Another jungle ban? Certainly, they will not. Dr. Moonbro. Well, a Yuumi first pick? Excuse me? Huh. What is going to happen now? They have secured the cat. Rakan, okay, they want to fight the cat with fire as it seems. Samira? Ooh. What will they be choosing? Come on, don't play with us. I find it already very interesting to see an early Rakan pick, unless the player is a one trick or main. Because of how difficult the champion is to pilot. Ooh, we see a Zeri. The issue is, if Team Skin Hoarder just picks a ranged champion that can wave clear, and if the Yuumi doesn't match the rotations of the Rakan, the game could be taken over if the mid laner of Team Skin Hoarder now takes a very high priority champion that pushes wave. And welcome. Ooh, they select the Varus and the enemy goes for the Nunu. Will they lock in the Varus is the question. And will the Rakan do this, and will the Yuumi respond accordingly, or will the Yuumi lock herself into irrelevancy by staying in the Dragon Lane? Okay, the next set of bans is coming in. I assume we might be seeing combo-centric bans now, because the Yasuo is already a problem, and they surely don't want him to be even more of a problem. Will they remove reliable knock-up opportunities? Will it be taken away? Interesting. I'm very curious to see if the Nunu is going to be super spicy this game and just roll around with his lovely snowball and perma-gank people until they tilt into oblivion. We Windows Tib. Yes. Team Void currently has a 67% win rate according to the poll. A Vladimir ban? Okay. Do we see another combo piece on this draft now? Ooh. This will be a QSS angle. If there is no QSS this game, this Zeri is gonna be the most depressed, lovely lightning lady I've seen in a long time. They have some crazy all-in, crazy security in the bot lane department with the insane wave clear, proactivity with the Rakan, and the overall ability to just take over the game, because in the mid lane, I don't really think that the Akali, unless she hits a third ability, does anything to the Yasuo. Ooh, they secure the side lane power, but what if? Listen, what if Team Skin Hoarder now picks Fiora. What happens if Fiora is picked now? I am very much afraid for this Jax, because all of you know, as the game progresses, the Fiora at some point can kill a Jax in not even 1 second. So what will they go for? They're going for the Scion. Eventually the Scion will lose, but the Scion will be a very good front line for the Varus. But is the front line even needed to that degree? Isn't it already enough to have the Rakan go in for the Yasuo setup and then just blast in? I think they could have gone with the Fiora. And with the Fiora, they could have just taken over from the side lane and have a winning... Like, they can just... Because the Rakan can go top lane level 1, because the Varus can stay bot lane alone, because they can farm with Q from Giga range. So the Fiora can be accelerated by the Rakan, and if the Yuumi isn't matching this play, I think it's very difficult for the Jax to do anything. And we haven't seen either of these teams play so far, so none of them know or have an idea that they could potentially do this, or if it's even a thing. The next thing I'm curious about is if the Yuumi actually deattaches during the laning phase. Just to utilize auto attacks to being an annoying little cat. Guys, we have a Yasuo. You know what this means. It's a 0-10 power spike. Or maybe it's a 10-0. Who knows? But I'm very much afraid of this Varus. Like, his damage is going to be insane. And the security during teamfights they have with the Rakan Vi combo for the Yasuo. But it's possible, I think it's possible that the Zeri can carry this game. If the Yuumi empowers the Zeri properly, there's a chance. It's a fleet footwork, Jax, I just saw.
Minions have spawned.
That is actually gonna make him so much weaker, no? And with him being so much weaker because he has Fleet.
I'm Yuumi, and you're warm.
Yuumi attached already. We're already sad, gamers. They're looking at each other, they're respecting each other, being patient for the time being. You know, during the laning phase, the Yuumi and the Zeri are actually a little bit stronger in a straight fight because they don't have to stick together. Yuumi detached is still a massive force you have to deal with because her early game stats are so insane. Just take a look. 600 health against 530, and the Yuumi didn't even buy an HP item. So the Yuumi could have had more HP than the Zeri, plus the shield, plus the barrier, plus everything, and could force early trades onto the enemy bot lane to make it harder for them to pilot their champions. Mid lane heavy trading happening. Akali getting very low. She needs to be really careful. Windwall popped by the Yasuo. Shroud popped by the Akali. The Nunus are rolling around the corner saying hello. Look at him. He just goes. In case you didn't know, Nunu has a very, very powerful full clear. Heavy trading on the other side of the map, fleet footwork might not be the thing to have, but I might be mistaken. This will definitely hurt the late game for the Jags. Ooh, we hear the Akali sounds globally now. Neither team went for a full clear. Vi has 2 camps left, which she could have cleared early on. The Nunu goes for a loop around. The Vi comes around the corner. We see a little skirmish here, but nobody is to die here, right? We will not see any fancy combos, and everything will just be slowly diffused. Vi now going back to a Gromp, having to farm her camps. The Scion has a very good wave state up there. The enemy Jax is currently bleeding CS. No, no!
My veins.
Well. Now the Jax can do something very, very terrible. He can walk up into the wave, hold the wave, and deny your entire wave, and you have to ult back to the lane as a consequence. He does it in a decent way. So yeah, if he doesn't push this, it's a very good lane state for the Jax now. Yeah, he now is forced to unfreeze this wave, whereas if he didn't push this, he could have just recalled, walk back to lane, and have the Vi in a very good position to gank the Jax, because the Jax would have been stuck on level 4 because he can't access minions that easily. The Yuumi with their first strike collecting some gold, 45 buckaroos already secured. The Vi is slowly making her way up there, but the wave isn't in a perfect spot. She has to loop around, goes into the lane brush. A cheeky little setup. First time we see this today. Misses the knockup on the Scion, but goes close with the ult, hits the combo. The enemy cannot move at all, and this Jax will fall double flash in unison, working together, ulting on the mid lane as well, action to action. It just never stops. The Yasuo just walks back, and the Akali ultimate is sadly absolutely wasted. Ooh, the Akali needs to be careful now. She just used all her vital cooldowns, but the Yasuo keeps on dashing around. The Akali is getting busy. Ooh, she's getting dangerously close to be in kill range for the Yasuo. If she messes up again, she really has to keep that in mind. Whereas the Scion is taking down platings on the other side.
The universe craves chaos.
Yasuo running the Mercury threads already, which are very helpful on this champion against Nunu, against Jax, against Yuumi, against all of these champions. It does something. The thing is, with current Yuumi, I don't think First Strike is powerful. I think it's better for you to go something like Airy. You could even debate Glacial for ult, but that's something I do not recommend. Oh, there's a fight in the jungle. Ooh, has to be careful. Ooh, doesn't even have to ult away. Didn't even have to flash. I think Yumi's current build path is the most potent if you go for Harmonic Echoes. And with this idea, you don't max your first ability, you max your third ability, and you're just a heal bot. So First Strike has no value anyway. 3 seconds until the first objective is available. Zeri is late with a reset. The Nunu is on Herald alone. Jax is holding mid wave. Akali's holding top wave. They are not contesting the Herald at all. Team Void is being gifted Shelly. Whereas Team Skin Hoarders is trying to hoard these dragons with the hopes of securing an Infernal Soul 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. Now we see what we've talked about earlier, the Varus being left alone against the Zeri. And as long as there's no massive wave crashing on this tower here, there's no way this Varus ever dies unless he gets dove. Ooh. They're playing for a bot lane tower with the Herald. Very interesting, unconventional play. At the same time, there's a play happening on the other side of the map. The Akali tries to escape, ults over them, goes for the big play, nearly kills both of them, but falls short a tiny amount of damage. It was so close. This Akali was so close away from being an absolute hero. Ooh, Varus securing the Nash's Tooth over any other item so far. Rakan playing the old Rod of Ages Rakan. Yuumi even went for early boost. The Jax is caught by the side on the side limit. This will not be enough. Yasuo trying to engage forward, but it will never be enough without the Rakan setup from this position. But is the Jax walking too close again? The Vi ults him, he pops ultimate, he's 1 HP. Nice counter-strike, this will be a beautiful turn. The Vi will... It's a 1 HP situation and the Vi turns it! This Jax is tilted. There is no way you are not tilted. And you're even more tilted when you realize that if you had any other rune but Fleet, this entire game could have potentially looked a tiny bit different. Man, it is a rough angle for this game already. So many close calls. The Akali 1% incident, the Jax 1% incident with the nice counter-strike. And it's just such close events. And all of these events, if they go one or the other direction, have such a big impact on the game. Yuumi Veil Enchant is broken. Yes, I agree. Ooh, the Scion is just being dismantled by the Akali damage. The Infinity Orb is just doing too much, even having the plated steel caps. Now they're all walking around the map. The Jax needs to be careful. Ooh, nicely timed counter-strike. This counter-strike forced the enemy to use every single spell in the book, which means they cannot turn, but the Akali Shuriken flips into the Rakan ultimate. They committed every single spell in the history of WildRift to get that Jax kill. And all because he did a beautiful counter-strike, reducing the incoming damage from champions by 25%, plus his ultimate. Ooh, this tower is only a matter of time until it falls. But the Yasuo is respecting the potential rotation of the enemy team, doesn't want to get them any way back into the game. Scion is taking control over in the enemy jungle. The second dragon spawns like 45 seconds. Mid lane is being farmed by the Varus and it's just a stalemate for now. Nice jump onto the Zeri. The Yuumi wasted her ultimate, but it will not matter at all because the ultimate will come up in time, or at least close to being in time. The Yasuo is playing around in the side lane, having so many resistances with the Mercury chest, but the Akali comes in back, uses R1, Nunu uses ult for the shield and the damage, and the Akali executes the Yasuo. The Yasuo isn't quite yet just tanky enough to deal with this. He needs more, and then he can just look at them and laugh at them. Dragon spawning in 28 seconds. Yasuo will be on the map in time just for this. Akali's also looking for a reset to be on time. It seems like we have a potential fight on our hands in just 17 seconds when the objective spawns. Scion ulting Sidewave, wanting to secure this tower as it seems, potentially giving up the opportunity to go for the second dragon, enabling yourself into a soul condition, doesn't even walk into the tower to do the damage to execute the tower, but now it's just a question of time. The Yuumi has Veil Enchant, the Yuumi has Harmonic Echo. Will it be enough to deny the onslaught? Because we are moments away from an absolute bloody disaster. Vi is looking, Akali used Shroud, can they steal this objective from the Nunu? Rakan ults, we see a combo, the Yasuo is ulting on the Nunu, he's secured, they get the dragon, there's two dragons down, Zeri's trying to kite, Zeri can't escape, she's getting CC'd and CC'd again, and the cat will be abandoned by her owner, and she falls as well. Now it's just a matter of time until the Infernal Soul is being picked up, which plays even more thematically into the all-in combo of Team Skin Hoarder. Zeri values her life, but she really needs to pick up, I believe, the Runan's Hurricane in this game. Also, Akali needs to understand that if she doesn't properly time it and goes invisible early enough, that Vi can reveal her with her ultimate, and if she then presses the smoke cloud, then she'll still be revealed. Nunu rolling in mid lane, nothing happening so far. Nice ultimate by the Varus, but will it be enough? Nothing will happen as a consequence. Just looking at her dealing some damage to the Nunu. 35 seconds till Nashor spawns. Will they get positioning? Will they reveal and clear all the wards? Varus has an 18-second cooldown on ultimate left. They're playing it very, very slow here. Sound playing side lane, collecting some stacks, going all in onto the Varus. The Varus falls to the Yuumi, but will the Zeri fall as well? The Veil blocked the knockoff, but now the Vi ultimate comes in, the Yasuo ultimate comes in, the cat is being left again, but the Nunu's there to pick her up, but the Sion barely misses with the ultimate. The Zeri is not having a good time. There are so many things jumping onto her forehead that she can never ever escape, even with the help of Veil. She desperately needs this QSS. She needs trust and the QSS, and then she can play. And it seems like we are going to see her with the Nash's sometime soon, because she also already has the Nash's talent.
There is no shame in choosing.
Ooh, Akali resetting after the wave here. Sion will probably collect this wave. We see some slow trading on the side lane. The Jax is not at a point yet where he can just take over the game in the side lane. Rakan is relatively poor as well, only 6.5k gold, barely hanging on with the gold per minute, utilizing multiple items that go into different directions with every single pickup. Varus just completed a Morellonomicon to make sure the enemy has no healing at all, even though the Oblivion Orb would have been enough already. Ooh, Zeri is in a very interesting spot, but the Vi can never just engage on her because Yuumi has enough time to press Veil. Ooh, the Yuumi should be picking up supportive items. Ooh, we have a play here, but this Jax is just too tanky. I think the Yuumi should not focus on building more damage items like Ludens. I think she should maybe think about utility items. Because she has already Harmonic Echoes, which means as a consequence, like building into supportive items for the team, like Arden, Staff, and we see a potential Nasher pickup at not even 14 minutes into the game. Team Skin Hoarders is taking Nasher, picking up on the Jax as well. This guy is not allowed to move at all. Zeri will now also be left alone in the mid lane, getting at least one wave back. Maybe she'll get the tower and she gets to escape from this. She gets the mid lane tower as a consolation prize, gets away from this play. Somebody needs to pick up this blue buff, depending on who wants to have it. It's not bad on Yuumi, it's not bad on Zeri, and it's also not bad on Akali. So anyone, anytime soon, pick it up. Now, they'll have the Nasher empowered stats for the Infernal Soul. And nobody's in a position to do anything about that Infernal Soul. The Vi is even going proactively into the enemy jungle to take away camps, to then now pick up this dragon. With Nasher secured, Nunu needs to die for this steal. With that, the soul is now being picked up. With the soul picked up, the team composition of Team Skin Hoarders will hit even harder with their full all-in. Ooh, the Akali is getting too close. Nunu's trying to roll in, gets locked on by the ultimate, gets absolutely one-tapped. Ultimate on the Zeri, but jumps over the wall, pops her ultimate. Will she have enough damage to survive? She doesn't have the Runa's Hurricane yet, and is slowly chipping away at the enemy champion. Just one hit of the Look at the damage of the Zeri. This Yuumi is supporting her to... It's crazy damage. Another kill falls into the mid lane, and when the Zeri picks up Runan's Hurricane, we'll see a damage creep you have never seen before. When the Zeri, or if the Zeri gets QSS and Runan's Hurricane, it is time. She cannot allow herself to go for stasis because she will die afterwards instantly. She really needs to get this QSS. They will secure a side lane objective with this. Nunu is here to secure this play. Elder will be spawning relatively soon. Nash will be spawning sooner though. Ooh, autocam. Jax escaping after getting this turret shut down. And now it's time to get the pressure, the vision around Nasher. They need to have at least a ward so they know if they do this. Because a lot of champions and depending on how much vision they have, can hop over the wall or use this Plasconia and get the Nasher without the enemy even knowing. Oh, ultimate by the Scion. Misses. Via ultimates the Jax. They drop onto the Zeri, but the Yasuo isn't ulting the Zeri. They're all now in front of her, and the Runans is doing work. Nobody died yet, and the Zeri is allowed to actually play the game. The Akali executes the Rakan. They went for the wrong target. If they go for the Jax, it is just not good enough. They need to kill the Zeri. The Wind Wall will not be enough. Nice stun by the Counter-Strike, knocking up the Akali, but to no avail because there is a lovely smoke screen. This will now, as a consequence, probably secure the Baron for Team Void, whereas Team Skinhoarders was in the lead the entirety of the time until they committed again every single spell onto the Jax. Ooh, can the Varus make it in time? Oh no, no, no. Okay. He didn't smite! Nunu didn't smite! It was a 2 HP Baron! If they lost this Baron, this game would have been over. Now with this Baron, they are actually allowed to play this Elder. And the Elder, because the fight will be bloody, will decide the game unless nobody faces the Scion on the side lane, which the Jax is going to do. Look at the stats of this champion. 480 as of this moment. If this person hits you, you just die. Ooh, can they target the Zeri? Nunu's dead, man? True. 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 True, why Nunu not smiting from the fountain? My bad. I even said he's dead. Ah, shit. Oh, what is happening here? We see a teleport coming in. Does the Scion have teleport to respond to this? No, he doesn't. This Elder... Oh, the Scion now teleports in. Ooh, will this be enough? The Nunu is trying to ult combo onto the Elder, but it's not enough. Everything is just exploding. There's so many fights happening. Nunu secures the Elder. Will this be enough? No, they get one tapped by the Zeri Runans. The Zeri Yuumi is actually carrying this game, and it all happened to be an absolute disaster for Team Skinhoarder when they committed every single resource on the Jax here in the river. They then tried to turn onto the Zeri, if I'm not mistaken, but it just wasn't. There wasn't any follow-up. And the game will probably be over now. Look at the Zeri just blasting at them. Oh, gets stunned by the... Oh, will this be enough? The protection will come in. They will not be able to finish. There's no way they can finish, can they? And they end the game. Again, what a close call. The confidence of actually seeing through with this finish, trying their hardest to end this game. If this play goes wrong, this might as well end the game in the other direction. And look at the damage dealt. And now we're going to do a 5-minute break again. Until the next game starts. But, what you can do in the break time, you can join this lovely Discord and check it for giveaways. You can get like custom made emotes. What else? Sam, remind me. What else can they win? Custom made emotes, skins. What else if you're still here? No, she's not here. God damn it, can't win. What a roller coaster. They had everything they needed to close out the game. And just one play, just one incident, made it all go down the drain. This must be heartbreaking. They were in the lead the entirety of the game. And then it ends like this. heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, saddening. Like item build wise, keep in mind we are currently looking at the lower brackets. So if you're viewing this through the lens of a sovereign player, there will be many things that you might think are out of place. So yeah, keep that in mind. Because if you don't manage your expectations, like let's just imagine you expect the entirety of the performance to be on the Chinese league level. You would be like, what is going on here? The question is, will they bounce back after this 5-minute break? Will they have the energy to go for another game? Will we have another best of 3 series where the game goes or the series goes into full length? Or will we see a clean sweep with a 2-0? Ooh, Sam, what are your predictions? It's Ren. Ren is here, your TFT playing Goblin. Sam, what are your predictions right now? Who do you think is going to take the next game? Ooh, yeah, already. So, preparing the next poll. Are they already on the right teams? Blue side is Skin Hoarders. Deserved. Yeah, and they can't hear you because you didn't want to be heard anyway. So you speaking doesn't like I mean you can speak into my ear, I don't really mind. But if you want to tell them something, I am more than happy to unmute you and you tell them anything you want. Uh, this tournament is only for the European server. I don't know if it's also covered for MENA. I don't think so because of ping. Okay, MENA region can join, but if you're from the Philippines, your ping is like 300, and that's, yeah, a little bit difficult. Okay, we see similar bans again. We have an Evelyn Hacker ban as per usual, as before. Now we see a set ban on the other team. And I would be more than happy to cast the Chinese region for the English broadcast if you hook me up with Riot and work out some deals. Sure, certainly. Ooh, the Akali band coming in. They don't want to face this demon again. Team Skin Hoarder currently with a 78% voting. Come on, guys. Team Skin Hoarder happened to be in the lead last game, but sadly gave it all away. Do you believe they can replicate this? Because it seems like it. 78% of you believe they can do it again. They picked away the Yumi. They're not messing around. Now they pick a... What is happening here? The Yumi is secured. The Nunu is being picked up. Will they now explicitly draft the champions to deny enemy team champions? Will they pick Zeri right now? What is going to happen? What is happening on their minds? Will they be taken aback by the emotional approach? Or will they remain calm and collected? They go for an all-in during the early game. Lane pressure is the name of the game, be it mid-game, or be it mid lane, or be it in the bottom lane. Galio being picked up, a very powerful pick as a support, but the question is, do the players play him support here, or do they rather place him in the mid lane? Renekton being picked up? Really? A very interesting pick to see the crocodile. Yes, I was told it's actually a crocodile. The Leona being picked up. Again, full all-in. So what will the bans be now? If you see a Galio on the team, what you usually do, if you see a Camille or like a Vi as a potential enemy champion, you ban at least one of them if the enemy can play them. With Camille not being one of the greatest junglers, because you can't really farm in a competitive setting, I would really like to go for a Vi ban to deny the all-in, maybe? But again, they are most likely just banning the preferred champions on the enemy team. Come on, last banner. Varus has been banned. They do not want them to have Varus. What will they do? There's no way this Renekton is a jungle Renekton, right? There's just no way they would do this. I do not believe it. A Syndra ban. It's so weird to not have seen a Aurelion Soul priority today at all. Nautilus is more consistent. Leona has nasty low cooldown Giga range engaged though. Twisted Fate? That's something you don't see often. The angry toilet paper? Come on now. They're channeling their own tears from losing the last game into a champion pick that is literally crying the entirety of the game with a Mumu. Nyla. What is going on? What is WildRift? What am I seeing? So this is a Renekton top, a Galio mid, a Mumu support, a Nyla AD carry with a Yumi. Is that right? Or will we see something crazy and it's a Nyla jungle and we have no idea? Let me break it to you. Playing Nyla into Lucian Leona might be very, very, very problematic. But who knows, maybe they have an idea. Maybe the idea is just beyond me, which would not be surprising. But maybe it's also an angry toilet paper that goes full AP and one-taps people. But then again, the only person that realistically can kill the frontline of Team Void is Nyla. Renekton will need to go super squishy, like Blades and Kraken or Conqueror to deal with frontline and will die instantly. So realistically, who brings the consistent damage? I don't think at this point any AD carry can save it. It's a full-on bomber Galio with Electrocute. We have Glacial Augment on Leona with heal. Ghost Ignite on Mundo. This will be a very interesting game. If the Yuumi team doesn't randomly accelerate to Narnia and keeps up the pace and gets gold so much, then I don't really see them win. I really want to see some early aggression. I want to see that Twisted Fate go for an invade with the yellow card and the Nunu and take away enemy jungle camps. Stop this shenanigans and go enjoy the madness of the game.
Minions have spawned.
Nunu approaching, placing a ward here, not achieving too much apart from knowing when the enemy goes for scuttle if they skip above. Placing a pink ward they cannot defend, very peculiar. Lucian missed XP, that's actually massive. It's nice to see that you missed the attach to go for auto attacks, but nothing is happening so far. The Galio is actually disconnected. Will they go for a remake? I think we'll have a remake. Sam, are you here?
And you're warm.
Is there any information on the Galio? Galio is not connected as it seems.
Meet new friend.
I assume this game will be remade until I have further information, so not killing the Renekton here. Yeah. This game crashed, so it's a remake and they start the game again. Because obviously it's unfair. Yeah. Yeah, they all just remember their picks and just instantly lock it when like we are in lobby. So yeah, this game will be remade. Sam is going there and telling them this game will be remade because the game crashed for the Galio, so it's unfair. As a consequence, the remake will be happening. Now we just wait for my invite. Yeah, everybody will pick the same champions. This is the lower bracket of the tournament. How does Remake work exactly? This is a custom game, so you can remake if teams agree. And because some teammate had a disconnect and was stuck in base, we basically just issued a remake. The remake in the game. Hello, yes. I mean, yes, you can if it doesn't kick us out of the spectator. Okay, just don't let them pick their champions then. Same champions, everything the same. Yeah, it's swapped to blind pick now. All I know that Remake in ranked is relatively inconsistent.
You and me, we got this.
Okay. Soon we shall be back in the game. So the question is, how will this game now be, given that they already got like the feeling of how they play champions, like these champions against each other? And if they got this kind of feeling, can they utilize this feeling and turn it into actual concrete gameplay ideas? And get themselves the edge they need to win the game. Like, for information, the Twisted Fate will go for proactive plays. Like, he gets gold and then goes for collapse play. Whereas the other team, they're all super reactive. I don't think they can do anything proactive. Yeah, I really don't think so. Their biggest proactive play is having Amumu flash Q in with ultimate, and then have Galio ult on top. And that seems very, very conditional to me. And then the Nyla gets to a point where she can actually one-tap people or kill people. The cut.
Minions have spawned.
Playing Kraken Slayer on Renekton. Ooh, this time going for a deep ward here, but this will be cleared. They should really know that this ward will always be cleared. If anything, place a ward here if you can already get this close. Okay, early game, nothing much will happen down here. Need to be really careful. Twisted Fate will just push into Galio unless he wants to contest the push, which apparently doesn't seem like he wants to. Farms his first ability, doesn't get the last hit. Top lane, not much happening as well, so it's very passive. And we see some big push in on the Lucian lane, but nothing yet is happening that capitalizes on any of these things. We see some trading happening up there? Oh, sadly not. Will the Nyla get to a point where she can win? Like, very important is that Nyla, with her second ability, can deny Leona's stun. Not only this, she auto-mitigates 25% of all the magic damage that's incoming, which is quite a lot from Leona, so it helps her survive. Nice quick little trade with the third ability, going back and forth here. Spamming the Emos, already inflicting mental damage. The Mundo already getting dangerously low. Does he get the wave? Yeah, he holds the wave here, but the Twisted Fate is going for a too proactive play, is being caught by the angry toilet paper in transition, and is being picked apart. And we have Jorge in the chat, while the bot lane play is unfolding in front of our eyes. Big damage from the Lucian, now forced the Nyla to pick up the fruit. Is the way still in a good space? It is still in a decent space in the Baron lane. Can I arrange this? Yeah, certainly. There you go. It's arranged now. Ooh. The Nunu is behind them, but there's nothing gonna be happening here. Need to be careful. The Twisted Fate comes around the corner. The second ability blocks the yellow card, and it seems like there will be a turn. The ult comes in, but the Galio is not in a position to ult because he's not even level 5 yet. They commit for a play. They get the kill. The Nyla is close to level 5. They need to be really careful. Is the Yuumi going to be enough here? They all die to the Nyla. The Nyla is getting ridiculously fed now. Ooh, another yellow card. Second ability blocks the card. 2 seconds. Yuumi ults. There'll be another third ability. They'll hunt down this Twisted Fate. You will not survive. You will die. And the Galio gives over the kill, but gets the local XP. This dive just made the entire game 50 billion times harder. Nothing of this needed to happen. And we see a big play on the other side of the map as well. The Renekton going straight for the blade of the Rune King, whereas the Dr. Munbro has the plated steel caps. The Nyla goes for Collector. Well, 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 if it isn't the Collector. Well, friends, keep in mind, there's still a Collector in the inventory.
With speed.
Mr. Broken Support is here. Ooh, the Nunu is running down the Renekton, but he just escapes, gets knocked up again, but nothing will be happening, just an exchange of little love taps. The first objective is spawning very soon, and the question is which objective will be played. Given the preferences of each team, we saw a split of objectives of the first kind. One team preferred the Dragon, the other team preferred the Herald. The question is, how much will the Collector come back to bite this Nyla? And we see an invade happening. The Nunu didn't secure this blue buff, but the TF comes around the corner. Another knockup happening, another stun cut happening. Nice ultimate by the Galio as well for a combo. And the Renekton shuts down the Twisted Fate. They turn onto the Nunu dies. And the Dr. Munbro is trying to pick up the angry toilet paper. He picks him up, gets him killed. And it's an absolute disaster for this proactive play by the Nunu. This will spell Collector most likely into the hands of Team Skin Hoarder. And with Team Skin Hoarder getting more and more gold, this game becomes a very, very terrible setting. Is Nyla actually gonna do it? There's no way. Amumu comes in. Amumu steals the dragon. Pops the second ability, avoids the certain stun by the Leona. Nice reaction time by the Nyla. Heals also being wasted by the Leona. This Amumu, this angry toilet paper, is literally now taking the enemy tears and soaks them and slaps them back into the enemy's face with the bandage. The Amumu is not playing any games. The Renekton has 3 kills, the Nyla has 3 kills. They got the Herald. They got the Dragon, they got everything. What are you guys doing? What is happening here? Honestly, I would just give the the Nyla my gold. Oh, nice flash combo collapsing onto the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate listed 1 HP, another jump gets him killed. Amumu's on 1 HP, stops tanking the tower, and they go for an all-out dive, and nobody dies. Mundo is being angry, hits the syringe into the arm and runs down the toilet paper, kills him mid-air and says, nope, not on my watch.
Time of death, Now we'll plot.
Look at them. They're looking at the tower. They want to take it down. Rather than just taking down the tower, they're hitting the enemy champions. They're taking turret aggro. The Galio falls. TF comes in with his ultimate and collects the Renekton as well. It's a disaster because they didn't kill the tower. They could have just killed the tower instead of going for the Mundo. It's a disaster again. It's a game of throws at this point. The Nyla also went for armor pen boots. If she also has sudden impact, she is balling, at least against a few champions. Because the lethality will not be as powerful against champions such as Nunu, Mundo, or Leona. So the collector pickup is a very interesting one, to say the least. Okay, Dr. Mundo, chilling, picking up the fruit. Oh, a bot lane play happening, another nice second ability, a little bit delayed this time. Just doesn't take any damage from the Leona. Leona also went for the Thornmail completion first. The Yuumi in this game has a Tiernis in her inventory and an Ardent Sensor. If she also goes for a Zeke's Convergence, or not even a Zeke's Convergence, and a Harmonic Echo, this Nyla will become unkillable with the combination of the Veil. If they have the Ionian Veil, or at least the Sorkwood's Veil, doesn't really matter, they can deny so many CC sources that the Nyla can just beat everyone up. And now with them being so ahead, the toilet paper, as well as the Galio, can be the front line you need to make everything happen. Nyla gets locked up, Galio comes in with the ult combo, they all escape with 1 HP with the power of flashes. Galio picks up the blue buff, the Mundos on the other side of the map killed the Renekton in an absolute massacre with the Nunu, and gets a free turret as well. They were not able to capitalize of anything. Oh, Twisted Fate tries to escape, gets caught by the paper again, gets locked down, gets electrocuted, and sent into the next game. 0-7, my friend, we will miss you dearly. Leona is getting a little bit antsy. She wants the turret here, but the Nyla comes around the corner. A good hunch by the Lucian saying, nah, I don't want to associate with this, because we would certainly have died. Nyla's not yet at a point where she takes over the game. It's still a few items away, but still, she is currently given the opportunity to reach this point, even though she was never destined to do so. Oh, big all in onto the Mundo, but it's just not enough. The Blade to Rune King is not doing enough damage against the 50 billion HP Dr. Mundo. 3 seconds till the dragon spawns. Nunu's not in a position to do anything yet. The angry toilet paper is already waiting in the wings. If somebody's face checking here, they'll be blown up. Let the Leona pass, let her pass. Wait, wait, wait. Hold. Ah, sad. Very good play by the Amumu to wait and not go into the Leona and wait for more higher priority target, because if he goes into the Leona, nothing will happen. I don't think she dies fast enough, and they might just get collapsed on. We'll see another steal here. Twist Fate used ult for the vision. Nice jump in by the Amumu, goes in with the combo. A nice ultimate combo. They're completely blasting them apart, but the Nyla's in the middle, has 1 HP, heals up. Nunu used ultimate. It's an absolute disaster. Who is gonna win? The Nyla finally gets to attack again, goes in for the plays, one-taps everyone, is finally able to hit them again. But did you see the combo? The Amumu goes in, the Galio ults on top, the Amumu ults afterwards as well, and then everyone is being knocked up 90 times, and then the Nyla was caught in the middle. But if the Nyla wasn't caught in the middle and was allowed to auto-attack, she completely dismantles all of them.
Close in. We got the zoomies.
This game again is a beautiful showcase of Nyla having to buy QSS at some point.
Meet new friend. We got the zoomies.
6 kills strong, 10,300 gold to 7,900, more than 2,300 gold of a lead on Nyla. We are getting so dangerously close to the most disturbing part of Nyla gameplay. Oh, the cat is lost. A stray cat picked me up, and he was picked up. Nyla not collecting jungle camps to make sure the economy keeps on rolling. Galio should preferably not take this, but it's a very peculiar situation because the enemy is not showing at all on the map, and if multiple people show on the bottom lane, they might just go for Nasher, but the question is, do they even have enough damage for the Nasher? The ticking time bomb of Nyla is continuing to move forward. The progression of items spells the demise of the enemy team. Can Team Void come back from this absolute disaster of an early game to reclaim their rightful victory through champions that they managed to secure in draft? Ooh, it's just a matter of time. They're both very anxious, both teams. They can't stay still. They're just sitting there. They're just wiggling with their feet. Getting nervous.
You're warm.
Somebody's gonna deal with the side wave eventually. The Galio ult range is not big enough to hit from bottom lane to the Baron pit, but the Twisted Fate can push out the lane very fast and maybe flank with the power of his ultimate. Now he used his ultimate for, I don't know what reason, maybe he thought the enemy was hiding somewhere here and he wanted to make sure. Now he goes for, what is he trying to do? Because now he used his biggest asset to rotate to his team. Now the enemy team can capitalize on this and clear vision and force a play. They also know that Baron has no wards anymore. Now they know that they got one ward here. They have confirmation, so they need to clear it as soon as possible if they can. Yuumi can place a pink ward in there and get the control here. The third dragon is also soon on the plate. It's gonna be another Infernal Soul. And you guys remember, they got an Infernal Soul last time. Will they get it again? And will it be enough? Oh! Scary, scary stuff. Or Renekton. Mundo, okay. I am never winning, son. I am watching people win and lose at the same time. Ooh, a full ARAM situation with the TF being in the side lane. Needs to be careful to not get collapsed on. Has to hide in the brush here. Only going out every few seconds. Ooh, will we see a Nasher? They're on the vision plant and they started Nasher. Now the enemy is stuck in rotations. What are they gonna do? Will they give up the soul? Will they be able to flank? What will be the play? It is a game-deciding situation. Ooh, they started Nasher again. They have enough damage. Will the Renekton go in and stall for time? Will they be able to have the Amumu be there in time? And it looks like this. Yes, they have. He ults in. Gali ults on top. The Amumu is still alive. Kills the Nunu. And they steal the Nasher. The toilet paper is just taking over the game, allowing the Nyla to just scale and get to a point where she's so unbelievably powerful. And now, to put the final nail into the coffin, the Infernal Soul will also be secured by Team Skin Orders. Infernal Soul and Baron buff strong. 1 minute left on the counter, and now it's time to push all lanes. Make sure to make the enemy know that you have the power to do so, and then wipe them at an Elder fight and end the game of that. The enemy cannot walk into you, they've seen what happens at this point. The Amumu just goes in, the Galio follows, and the entire game will be turned in a flash. The only hope they have is that the Yumi doesn't press Veil and that the Nyla doesn't build QSS. It's just a matter of time. Now nothing eventful will happen. Just a slow movement towards the end of the game until it suddenly explodes at the Elder fight again. Popping the ultimate! The Twisted Fate is being picked up. But he will spawn and he can ult into range if the team is able to stall for a tiny bit. They just have to stall. It's all they have to do. If they can. Can they stall? The enemy team, Team Skinhorde, is also getting priority. They're taking the entire control over the vision. Leona's being caught. You are not a tank in front of Nyla. You just disappear and you're gone. With Leona gone, the primary form of engage has been taken away, and only the Nulu can try to snowball in, but the angry toilet paper is keeping the snowball throwing monster away while the Elder is being taken. Elder is being taken, now the game will be certainly wrapped up. Oh, Nyla running after the Nunu! Twisted Fate ulting. Nothing happening so far. We see a situation here. Renekton is taking care. Dies at the hands of the Renekton. Going in, killing the Nunu. And now it's just a matter of seconds. The Galio tries to deny the Twisted Fate. The next wave comes in. The Amumu's tanking up. And they end the game. Another Infernal Soul. But this time, it was enough to end the game. The Nyla wasn't even the star player of this game. Look. Just a very nice combination of ultimate abilities, allowing the Nyla to briefly jump in to execute most of them.
Grant me this.
And we have another 5-minute breather before the next game starts. So Team Skinholder claims their victory. The victory they were robbed of beforehand by this silly little incident. And again, this game was decided in just a flash. The next game decides everything. It is 1-1, and only the winner of the next game progresses into the next or to the next stage. I mean, we have Krakenslayer as a rune, so well. I mean, we will be getting new items. Just the question is when. Five-minute break. Team Void has to cool down a bit. I mean, yeah, nothing changed with matchmaking. They just changed the variables. Just because something has more or less value now doesn't mean it's fixed. It's still the same unfair thing. Taking their time. 5 minutes of a break. Enemy team, Team Void, needs a brief breather. And then they'll return stronger. Like the game itself, you know, it's very smooth, right? So if you play the game, you should play it for the game's smoothness and disregards its ranking system. Damn, yapping so much is more exhausting than I imagined. Okay. This server is the European server, and since we are having a small break, feel free to join the server for giveaways. We have skins, emotes, like many things you can wish for basically. So just join the server, check the giveaways, and win. I know you're not talking to humans, you're holed up in your cave. I know, I know. And generally speaking, if you can't control your team with pings as an AD carry, you just have to farm the most gold possible and then be mechanically competent enough while having enough gold to turn the game in your favor. Okay. Now, since we are back into the next draft phase, what will change? Will we finally see a Yumi ban? Or will the Yumi remain open? Will the cat remain a strong force in both teams? And sadly, yes, I do need the man. I do need him. I would not go so far, but yeah. Yumi finally being banned. Set has been banned the entirety of the series so far. Banning the Orin, will we see a Nunu ban this time? Because the Nunu also seemed to be a pick that was highly prioritized. Hecarim ban, nothing unusual. Volibear ban. Evelyn ban, yeah, we see similar bans over and over again. Akali first pick, the question is, do they play it in a flexible way? Do they flex it into Baron lane, mid lane, or do they just lock it in one lane? If the enemy knows that they have a massive advantage over the team. Also, so many power picks available. Going for the Aatrox, which I assume is going to be jungle with the Yumu's build. Another Galio, which I guess will be a mid lane Galio again. But maybe they will be cooking with some insane Amumu action again. Kenpachi, what are you gracing us with? Show us. Another Nunu. The Nunu priority seems to be quite high. I assume this Akali is going to go to Itachi. And Shush will pick something else later. Nautilus pickup. Ooh, the toilet paper is coming back. Well, the thing is, I know Monto, but given the relative elo range players are in, you need to adjust what you think they will do. And after seeing them play and what they do for 2 games, it's relatively obvious what they'll go for. And the question is, does the enemy team read it the same way and adjust champion picks? Sleep well. A Caitlyn ban? I'm seeing things I thought I'd not see. A Samira ban? They don't want to be faced with all in, I guess. Dr. Mundo ban, they don't want to see him again. Hello, everyone who has just joined. What is the enemy team banning? What is Team Void banning? The Nyla ban. A Zeri pickup. Zaya, okay. What will they settle for? Zaya, very good into enemy all-in combos. Doesn't really perform too well as a part of an all-in comp, because she has struggled getting close, okay. But given the enemy's team composition with the Nautilus, the Nunu, and the Akali, they only have one player that's forward. And with the Zaya being able to place down feathers in combination with the Amumu lockdown on ult and the Galio ult lockdown, there'll be an absolute feather storm, which will then be recalled with the Blade Caller into an instant death for the entirety of the enemy team. It's the first Camille pick we see of the entire tournament. The first time we see this champion. The first game was a very close call. Team Skin Hoarders had an Infernal Soul, but there was one fight that went into the favor of Team Void, and Team Void therefore won the game, starting the series with 1-0. The second game, Team Skin Hoarders got another Infernal Soul, but got back 1-1, and now this is the final game in the best of 3. And in the last game, we have seen crazy things happening with the toilet paper as well as the Galio. And now we have an insane combination again, adding an Anami to the mix as well. But the enemy Nautilus could make the game early game, and it's very interesting, and it would be very interesting to see what the Camille pick can finally do and why it was banned the entirety of all series today. This is currently the lower bracket of the Zoo tournament, also called the Playmakers Cup. Before this, we had a series which was the Showmakers Cup. And to keep it fair, we obviously don't want to match Sovereign and Challenger players with, for example, Diamond players, because that would be absolutely unfair. We have 2 separate cups, or 2 separate brackets of the cup. Paul, thank you. You are an angel. blue side and...
Minions have spawned.
Oh, an early game hook already onto Desire. Has to flash away out of fear to get this ward there. Already a flash lost. Will the Nunu be capitalizing on this play? Ooh, nice spacing by the Camille. Ah, now gets denied, but hits a second ability to deal some extra damage to the Aatrox. Zai needs to be very careful down there now, because without flash available, this Nunu can just be running down there, which it seems to be the case, to collect this lovely kill.
Quickens the work.
Camille hitting them with the second ability, poking out the Aatrox. Now the Aatrox uses second ability to get close with the first ability to get the sweet spot, doing some decent damage back with the trading onto the Camille.
Waiting yields the most reward.
Camille utilizing the movement speed of her first ability to get close enough to deal damage with the second ability, and we see some proactivity by the Nunu. He just doesn't care, he wants to go forward. He just smite consumes this and takes it away, gets locked up, is CC'd for an entire year, but the enemy is flashing after them. Will they be able to turn this around? The Amumu doesn't have flash, they get one kill back, but the Nautilus is with 1 HP, but what happens now? The Zeri will be... Ooh, nice flash by the Zeri. The Nami had thrown the bubble in a perfect angle, so the Zeri had to flash away. And all of this for a measly blue buff. Ooh, trading happening. Camille getting low HP, but there's no way this is going to be a kill because the Camille escapes with the hook shot. Wave is pushing back to the Camille. She doesn't even have to be afraid. She could have just recalled here. There's no reason for you to be here because you just end up dying very soon. If the enemy jungle is recalling, paying close attention to this, you will die for this. So just recall. You could have just recalled. You lose nothing. Maybe just one minion. Now the Akali is making a rotation coming from behind with the Aatrox being on 50%. The Akali has ultimate available and flash, using the shadow, the shroud to get closer, dealing high damage, has to escape here.
Waiting yields the most reward.
Ooh, the Aatrox cannot really bait here, so this play is probably just over. Has to recall on a very bad wave spot. The wave's in a very terrible spot now, but the Camille doesn't have the HP to get too close, because if the Amumu goes around, that might be an instant kill. The graphic again, certainly. It also appeared that the Nautilus started with the wrong item and bought a Ruby Crystal first, and then afterwards bought the Relic Shield. Ooh, the Camille still didn't get to base. She's getting absolutely staffed in that lane here so far. Well, staffed is the wrong word, she has more gold, but she's not able to capitalize on what is happening so far. Galio pushing the wave, gets the local goal of the cannon minion or the bazooka minion, and then backing off to get a reset in. Galio already has the Mercury threats, there's just no way he will die to the Akali or the Nunu because they deal so much magic damage, and he's just itemized against this. Again, looking for a potential combo of utilizing the Toilet Paper's first ability, as well as the ultimate of both champions, Galio and the Mumu, to lock people down, while then the rest of the team will take care of them. Camille is now trying to go for trades up there, but is playing against plated steel caps with the Sheen and the Jorm's Fist. And this one is a fight you will always lose, especially against the high sustain of the Aatrox. Ooh, if the Aatrox is going to cancel again, okay, he doesn't, but he goes for a quick wave clear with all his stacks of the first abilities. First objective spawning in 7 seconds. Nunu locking down the Aatrox for a brief moment. Pops the ultimate to deal extra damage. Aatrox now ults. Every ult in the book is being used to get the kill, and the Galio tries to come in with the ult to save him. But now, ooh, nice dodge by the Akali using the R2 to avoid the knockup from the Galio. Team Skin Hoarder picked up the dragon, whereas Team Void got themselves a juicy Herald. Akali's in a very strong spot right now. She has Prophet's Pendant as well as Boots of Mana. Having all the Magic Pen and probably Sudden Impact is so powerful for her, you have no idea. Also, Nunu has the Herald available, and Herald as of right now would kill the bot lane turret, but that would not be worth it because it's too low HP already, so you should rather focus on getting at least a little bit of damage to the mid lane tower to then get it with Herald. Oh, we see plays in the mid lane, we hit a third ability on Akali, and now we see another player on the other side of the map. Xayah is forced to use her ultimate ability. Zeri dashes forward. Will this Nami die? She doesn't die. The Nautilus hooks close to the tower because he wanted to hit the Nami. Now they pop the Herald. Ooh, the Herald will die. Oh, why didn't she... Oh, she popped it delayed and goes in after the turret falls. Nicely played, but will the Xayah fall? He will fall to the Nunu, and the Angry Toilet Paper will also go into the next game. And this Herald gets another charge onto the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. And all the meantime, the Camilla's fighting the Aatrox, but has no chance of getting him killed. Camille needs the anti-healing, as well as the Divine Sundra, which he doesn't have yet, to deal with this Aatrox. Otherwise, he just has too much healing. Ooh, the Aatrox is close to diving, but now the Akali comes around the corner. The Aatrox flashes away, hits a nice E2 with a flash, and just doesn't escape. It's a free pickup for the Akali.
Who's next?
Waiting yields the most.
Camille is maybe overstaying her welcome up there with the Akali, just spending so much time. Xayah walking dangerously close to the Nautilus, not necessarily knowing which kind of backup he might have had. Xayah walking mid lane, lane swap, the Nautilus cut off in the river, he can't really proceed here, he has to walk around and go back through his own jungle, being a little bit delayed. The Camille is keeping the Galio at bay up there, nothing is happening so far. So for now we'll see another stalemate until the next objective spawns, unless we see some crazy invade or engage that we've seen earlier by Team Skin Hoarders. Team Void tried to go for a cheeky little play. It's 8 minutes into the game. We haven't stacked our relic to the full yet. We have 585 stacks. We need to proc it and get the one scaling as fast as possible. That one is done now, so you can finally reap the bonus stats of the items over the course of 10 minutes. Uamu looking for an angle here. Nothing happening on the other side of the map. Do you see an all-in on the bot lane? We see the R2 of the Akali, and she will execute the Aatrox without any counterplay anymore. Aatrox, Duskblade? Well, my name is Akali with an Infinity Orb. You are indeed just dead. Dragon will be spawning in a little bit more than half a minute. And with that on the radar, it will be another situation in which there can be a lot of blood spilled. Galio is just looking at the Camille. The Camille is basically not doing anything against the Galio as of right now. The Nami has completed Harmonic Echoes, providing a team with a lot of extra sustain. The all-in we were talking about happens. Why didn't the Xayah press ult when the ult came in of the Nautilus? But apparently she just didn't need to because she was too ingenious to understand that she would never die from the damage. She just whipped up the calculator and just never died. She knew it beforehand. We see a flash of the toilet paper and he collects the Akali. Angry toilet paper is better than any assassin. With that done, this should certainly a free pickup again for Team Skin Hoarders. Oh, I see it in Nunu's eyes. He wants to pop the plant and smite, eat it. It's gonna happen. Oh no, he's gonna flash. He collects the dragon for free. He just outsmites them with the consume smite combo. Now they go for a fight. He just locks down so many people, press ultimate, but has to give his life in order to secure the dragon. So my question is, why not just pop the plant here and hope for the best and then flash out if it doesn't work? I mean, he got the dragon, which denies the enemy the soul, but still, he died for it. Mid lane priority is being taken. Nothing is happening right now. Again, this kind of play netted them a dragon, denied the enemy the soul condition, but the game will be slowing down again until maybe somebody thinks they can go for proactive play. So far, we've only seen waves being pushed around, like playing ping pong. Like nothing was set up to achieve anything, any type of a trade, any type of an invade. They are just content with scaling and flipping a late game team fight. Because right now it looks like the entire game will be flipped on its head randomly on a team fight at the next dragon or when Nasha spawns. Both teams are still very capable of winning. What a nice random bandage there. Okay.
A sharp blade quickens the work.
Xayah has Blade of the Ruined King. That's a new one. Oh, we see an engage down onto the Camille. The Camille doesn't have mana, has to use Flash to escape. Calls the recall in front of the Aatrox, BMing a little bit, popping ult onto him, baits him. The Akali one-taps him. Will it be enough for the Amu to do anything? Nope, the Akali disengages with another third ability. Oh no, the Xayah mistimed her ultimate. But it doesn't matter, the Gali ult comes in, saves her. They're running, trying to run down, but the Nautilus gets killed, and now the Zarya is being collapsed on, gets ulted by the Amumu, flashed away from the certain death from the Justice Punch of Galio. The Xayah is not able to get close enough to do enough damage and gets taken down by the Zeri. There's just not enough damage right now. The Blade of the Rune King is really making the life difficult for the Xayah. It doesn't really add any damage at all. The Nunu is trying to solo Nashor right now, and the enemy team knows about this. And yeah, this is just too much of a risk. Oh no, none of that, like, no. This is a game-throwing situation. The Nunu secures it. This was such a big risk, but the Akali goes in, executes one person with a Q, escapes with an R2, and it's a fiesta. It's an absolute rundown. Team Skin Hoarders has overstayed their welcome, and there's no more hope. They didn't get the Baron. Nunu secures it. With the Nunu securing it, it is just a matter of time again until they lose their first inhibitor. Oh, Nunu has to flash away. Jumps into the red buff for a little snack on the side. And we see a massive siege happening in the Baron lane right now. Nice bubble by the Nami, catching the Camille. Nami trying everything she can to do some extra damage, places the wave down, dealing some damage, but the Nautilus ult disengages the entire fight, and nothing happens. Zeri collecting the red buff, Amumu on the other side of the map collecting cams, and the next objective is spawning in 40 seconds, which is going to be the dragon, which doesn't give anyone a soul, so this objective doesn't do anything. But in another 30 seconds, it could be the case that the game is yet again turned on its head depending on the outcome. As I said earlier, both teams can still win if the cards are played right. Ooh, when you see an all-in off the Camille without any backup, where's the rest of the team? They're not even in range to do anything yet. The Akali is being caught, getting completely locked down, completely CC'd, will probably fall to the Ignite, gets healed by the Nautilus, left with 1 HP from this fight. What was happening? The Nautilus saved the Camille, saved the Akali, even though the Camille just made sure to be caught in a very peculiar spot that should never be happening. This will, however, secure the dragon with big losses in the summoner spell department. But again, this dragon doesn't mean anything. It's just some extra healing per 5. It's only missing HP. It doesn't really do anything. It's not a soul. And even with soul, you have seen that teams can still easily lose games. But Team Void needs to really make sure they're on the same page. If they keep on doing these engages without anyone in range to follow up, then they'll just keep on putting themselves into bad spots where they cannot win. Camille still doesn't have any anti-healing against the Aatrox. Just an Executioner's Calling would be enough to be so potent. All-inning onto the Amumu is a very questionable thing. Zeri dashes away, gets caught up by the combo, but escapes with Flash. Is she able to get into the fight? Is she able to deal the damage she has to do? It's a massacre. The Amumu is close. The bubble doesn't hit the Zeri, and it's just a mess. They're all on 1 HP. The Zeri doesn't get them killed. She gets them killed. The Runans executes them. Is Team Void going to fight the odds? Are they going to win? They get the mid lane inhibitor, they have the top lane inhibitor. It's only one inhibitor left and 10 seconds until Nashor fades. But until the next Nashor spawns, my bad. It is getting spicy. The Zeri has reached a point where she deals so much damage and the Nunu just starts the Baron on spawn. He knows his smites, he trusts in his smites. He has shown it over and over again that with the Nunu, he can secure this now. Ah, any jinxes? And secured. With Baron Nashor now taken, they will set themselves up for success on the Elder. The worst thing that could happen now is if there's any teammate from Team Void dies and gives the enemy an opportunity to come back. That's the only way anything can happen. They are slowly converging on every side, empowering minions with Baron, looking onto the engage on the Galio. Zeri pops ultimate, they're all on 1 HP. The Galio's knocked up again, dies to the Zeri zaps. Zaya has to ult, doesn't get anything rooted. The Aatrox is trying his hardest. The Amumu ult, but it doesn't do enough. The Nexus is even helping them, but it's not enough damage. The Zeri is dealing too much and they end the game. Team Void finishes this series with a 2-1 score. What a crazy set of events. And yeah, before I move away, I want to give you again the link to the Discord where you can join for giveaways, where you can win skins, emotes, like so many custom made things. Just check it out. It would mean a lot to me. And if you enjoyed the games, we'll see each other again. I think tomorrow. At 6 CET. Is this correct? Okay, 6 p.m. CET tomorrow, guys. With this, I'll end the stream. I'll catch you tomorrow, 6 p.m. CET. If you're not there, I'll curse loser's cube on you. Thank you all for coming by. Don't forget to join the Discord, and we'll see each other tomorrow.